Seems darker here than usual.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's okay.
Well, welcome to Friday night.
We should say welcome back
Welcome back to
Legacy.
Friday night.
Oh, got a notification that we're back.
We are back. Hopefully, we stay back.
We should. I feel pretty good.
I think we'll be there. We've got pairings up. So let's see here. We've got Remy versus Nathan and Kevin versus Bryce. Remy versus Nathan. Remy's on. What's Remy on? Tez.
That's right. Yeah.
And Nathan's on.
Oh, he's on the same
Arclight?
deck. He's on that. It's that Mardu deck that runs like Young Pyromancer, Cabal Therapy, Lingering Soul, Lightning Bolt, and Arclight Phoenix tied in together.
Gotcha.
So you get some fun combos with that.
Gotcha. Well, let's see.
We'll watch that one. Let's watch Nate versus
Cool.
Remy.
Should be this one here. Oh, good. Okay. Let's start over here.
It's kind of a fun deck. It's Nate's been talking about it a lot on the Discord. So it's like this. It's kind of. Do you remember that kind of? Junk's not the right word.
It
but
seems like Mardu Pyromancer-y.
Yeah, it's it's like a Mardu Pyromancer shell, but then like it has the Arclight Phoenix and a few other things that kind of help you do that.
Sure.
I forget which other card he's added to it, but it's like being able to just. It seems like the strategy you're kind of curve out is the Arclight Phoenix, which is just coming back and just sweeping them.
Gotcha.
But like as you're doing that, you're disrupting with Cabal Therapies and like card advantage like Young PZ and Lingering Souls. So the deck's like got a good shell to it. So like you can play like a real fair game, but then like eventually it just wants to abuse Arclight Phoenix and Faithless Looting.
Remy on Tez. I believe Remy's on the
Yeah,
left.
he is. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
And that puts.
I can always tell because Nate draws his cards like so much quicker.
All right.
So one thing that's like really evident is going to be like obviously the Chalice play. I like usually Chalice obviously is relevant, but being able to Chalice on one's going to shut down like Faithless Looting and stuff like that.
Sure.
So like it's gonna and Cabal Therapy, so it's gonna like be a heavy disruption for Nate. So like that's something that you're gonna see out of Remy. So here's the Ancient Tomb, right?
Yeah.
This is usually you're either gonna see a Signet or a Chalice, or a Pass again. But that's probably his best play. Something Remy has obviously with the forces, so he can force. There's really not a lot of great things to force, right? You don't really want to force a Cabal Therapy or like Lingering Souls or Faithless Looting because it all has flashback. So it doesn't really seem that good. So that's like kind of a card that I think is going to actually hurt Remy more than help him. There's a Cabal Therapy. And like I said, Remy's got the force in his hand. So it's going to be something where it's going to be interesting to see. Oh God, what do you?
I'd be really tempted to name a 4-drop here, but which one kind of depends, and that's kind of interesting seeing those Master of Ethereums. Yeah.
You know what's kind of funny? I actually was watching the Mengucci video this morning, and I was like talking about it, and he was like talking about how good Karn is. And I was like, I'm surprised like no one's like ever just thrown in like Master of Ethereum.
Sure.
Because you all of a sudden just like go big with this deck. And like the gripe against this card is like, is it a 3-mana like 3/3 at best? But like in Remy's deck, like he potentially can play it on turn 2. So like a 2-mana, it's like it's kind of a Goyf-like creature.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's a miss from Nate. I mean,
he does have 2 Masters in hand, so if he gets a chance to rebuy quickly,
here comes one, right? Like
yeah,
I think
here comes one.
I think Remy almost has to. Yeah.
Yeah, given that it's Cabal Therapy.
Because Nate could very much play what?
Like, it's kind of an unfortunate use of your mana.
Well,
like,
Nate's got another Cabal Therapy.
Yeah.
I almost think you have to do it again. Just to kind of keep it honest.
Yeah, here it comes.
The good thing is Nate's got a bolt for this Master of Ethereum too. It's kind of him to throw it.
Has to bolt it on his turn because Remy could just play an artifact land and get out of range.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the reason why Nate's obviously Cabal Therapy first is, so Remy has the option to force
Sure,
this,
you
picks the
bet.
other master. But Remy's got to be thinking like, okay, so I like
Takes
that.
Karn, yeah.
It's a good name because Karn's going to come down pretty quickly.
Yep.
The lightning bolt, I think, just sees this guy on his way out. Oh, I don't like this. I guess you do it though, because I don't know. Oh, Belfastrix. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's okay. You're really banking on the second master kind of shoring up the game here.
Yeah, that's true.
So in for 4.
Yeah. So I mean, it's 2 4/4s, right?
Yep, 2 4/4s on the board. Oh look, a stream.
Can we turn up the volume?
You
Yeah,
bet. We can work with that. How's that? Any better,
Is that
guys?
better? Banana, pineapple,
Why is this so low?
Ferengi.
Let's see if I can mess with that.
What about I have no idea. Can you hear me saying banana? No. Okay, I'll try it again.
All right. Let's see what we can do.
We're going.
Sure.
Oh, the game just ended. What happened? I think maybe just
We're too busy.
Remy just ran away with it.
All right, testing volume.
Yeah, the green is going better.
Is that a little bit better? We can move it a little closer to
there you
us
go.
too.
I think, look, the green is doing weird stuff. It's moving up. I'll even move closer. Pineapple, banana, X-ray, Lima, orange.
Well, while we're messing with that,
I think it's good. The green light's going off. We're gonna try to move
switch
cameras.
over. And hey, we switched over
So far.
So
Kevin's on the mono blue painter deck.
Yep.
As you can see by the Dark Slick Shores, this is the only deck that runs Dark Slick Shores or a fast land. I forget the niche on this deck, so obviously this deck doesn't have Pyroblast, but you get access to like Antiquities War. Your Trinket Mages are like a little bit better.
Interesting.
Because you're not like the Chalice plan, I don't think.
So do you name red and have Hydroblast and stuff like that? Or
no, I don't think you do. You just have Forcible.
Okay.
And like Flusterstone.
Sure. Yeah.
You got those cards. Interesting. So Kevin's got 2 Mox Opals and an Ancient Tomb in hand. He's showing us his hand, so he must have gotten Cabal Therapy or Brutality, actually.
Yeah.
He's getting Walking Ballista. He's got Trinket Mage and a Grindstone. Why not just go get Painter? Can you get Painter with you? No, you can't get Painter.
It costs you. Yeah.
Two very artifacty decks versus this Mardu Arclight deck.
Yeah. Kind of interesting that we've got 2 copies of the Arclight deck, and they're both on camera. Alright, well, it looks like our feature is about to start up game 2, so we'll switch back over.
So kind of again, so Nate's start really is going to really be Faithless Looting or Cabal Therapy, and then Remy's going to hope to land the Chalice.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see if we could have or kind of heard what they were naming. Kind of wish we knew what like their naming when it came to the actual Cabal Therapies. I think it looks
This
good.
one. Let's see if we can do something with this.
Oh, it's going even more. Oh, look at this. It's getting jacked up. I think it's going more.
Keep talking.
You know, I mean, okay, I'll just keep. Or what is it, like the rain in Spain or whatever? Miracle sucks. I play Miracles now, so I can say that.
You play Miracles now?
Yeah. So,
oh, man.
No reason not to. No reason not to just play stupid decks.
How's this, guys? Is this any better? Test, test, test.
Yeah, I'll just let them tell us.
All right.
More people come in.
Well,
can you put like a You traitor.
You traitor.
Yeah, long live miracles. I welcome our miracle gods, Jorgensen.
Turn 1 Entomb.
Okay, sweet. Thank you.
All right.
God, this is a card. Oh, okay. Interesting. He force wills the Entomb. I almost feel like that's bait. Thoughtcast. Oh, there's that Chalice on one, right? But keep in mind, this is game 2, so I think Nate obviously knows he's playing Tezzeret, so he's gonna bring in like the wear and tears and stuff like that. Card that, and I don't even know if he has EE, but man, Thoughtcast is just like.
I think I saw an EE when he was shuffling.
I did
there.
too. Yeah. Thoughtcast is such a frustrating card to play against because it's just like pure advantage for like almost 1 blue.
Sure.
And like it's such an interesting kind of dynamic to it. Yeah, Nate's log jammed a little bit with this Chalice. I see a Bolt in the Faithless looting. Obviously kind of hindering his the Taxi Dailies for 1. Good quick answer. That's kind of the one thing about Pyromancer is like it's just a really good fair card. So against kind of like not linear strategies where they don't really have like board removal, Pyromancers can like take over games.
Looks like Nate has Colgan's command in hand. That's probably going to be pretty good.
Yeah, he's got to get the mana though. Remember last game we kind of saw him stumble in mana too, and the difference between
Bolt that should be countered from the Chalice, but yeah. Unfortunate.
There's the Colgan's command mana.
Third mana.
I mean, I think you have to break. Unfortunately, the Chalice.
Sure.
I mean, there's a world where you can do 2 to Karn and maybe break the other thing, but he needs to be able to turn on his deck. Makes him discard, huh? It's Antiquities War. That's a good hit. Very good hit. See,
Bedlam Reveler.
That Lightning Bolt may have actually been for the Bedlam Reveler. I'm not 100% sure, but I think there could be some line where Nate says
I could see that for sure. So looting into potentially Reveler?
Yeah. I mean, loot's going to be, because you can discard some spells, definitely. There's a Lingering Souls, right? Yeah. Lingering Souls in a land, and there's 2 Arclight Phoenixes.
He doesn't have his white source yet, though, does he? But you don't need it on the flashback, so that's fine. You can hit the...
We're going to see, you can see Nate's kind of sees that, too. He's got the 2 Arclight Phoenixes, but, okay, so he's just going to go for the I think he goes for the Arclight Phoenixes and just sets up a play later, maybe? I don't know. This is a tough one. He's got the Plateau in hand, so he's got access to white, but he's got to figure out a way to cast the actual 3 spells. Is it 3 spells, I think?
We'll pull it up.
I believe it's 3 spells. I think it's 2 words. Oh, there you go. 3rd spell. 3 or more instants or sorceries. So, okay. We're going to see him with the Bedlam Reveler. So he's going to discard his hand and draw 3. Okay, whoa. So he's got some good stuff in there. So now it's going to just be trying to figure out how to cast 3 spells at a turn.
Sure.
And with the full new 3 cards, he should be able to put a string a play together. These constructs are now what? It's weird because they count each other.
They're 5/5s currently.
And Bedlam Reveler is what, a 2/6?
Unsure. I think it might be a 3/4.
So he's just going. So Remy's he's conceding this Karn, which I think he may be okay with, but I think we're gonna see a 3/4. I think we're gonna see Nate put a string of stuff together though. This is kind of the turn where he's got to turn the corner. He's at 5.
Sure.
I mean, he's a low.
He's got to make something happen here real quick.
There's the white mana. So there's.
And he does have souls to kind of block for.
So there's Faithless Looting, right? So if he gets 2 1-mana spells, there's a Pyromancer. It's not going to do it, and a Wear and Tear, which is 1 mana.
So
it's not because the tear is 2, and he doesn't have white available. So
flashback Lingering Souls block for a turn. Kill Karn on the attack with Bedlam Reveler, and then set up for next turn?
I think so. It's kind of really lukewarm, though, but yeah. I mean, just playing lands may be worth it, because next turn he can Wear and Tear and him the Torok.
Yeah.
Now, here's the question. Does it count as 2 spells if you fuse it? No, right?
No, it's 1 spell.
Yeah. But that's still, if you Wear for you Tear, and then you him a Torok, and you just need one other spell. I think that's not a lot to ask for.
Certainly not. And that'd be a lot of damage coming through as well.
Yeah, the problem with this is, I mean, the best thing we'd be able to do is to wait, but you can't. He's got to You're right about the Lingering Souls. If he doesn't do anything about the Lingering Souls, he's just going to die.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
Remy just make it.
Remy gets the second Karn.
There's something to be said, though. Nate's got 3 of these Phoenixes. He may be able to just win on the backswing.
Remy is pretty
he's
low
at 10.
here.
Yeah. That's very true. I wouldn't be using more Ancient Tombs. He doesn't have a choice. Oh, cool.
Ooh, down to 8.
This has to be something big. Oh, wow. Okay. Ooh, the problem with that is I think...
So, is that enough?
No, it's not. Or maybe it is. So he did it for 4. And those constructs, so there's 3 constructs, and there's 3 artifacts, so there's 6. So there are 2. Yeah, he goes to 1.
Okay. Well, this is the opportunity that Nate needs.
I think he got it, too.
Nate just needs to play 3 spells, and he'll deal more than plenty damage.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of an interesting...
So here comes Lingering Souls. That's spell number 1.
He may not have it.
He can't.
He's a Bedlam Reveler.
You can't cast the fetch land, so.
The Bedlam Reveler. He drew a Bedlam Reveler. You know what I would have liked to do? I think I would have gone Pyromancer, Flashback, Lingering Souls.
Yeah, he could do that. Well, not in that order anymore, but.
Because you may be able to just somehow steal. You still steal victory, but you sandbag a turn, or you play Bedlam Reveler. Playing Bedlam Reveler here is fine. I think you just got to give yourself another shot.
Sure. Yeah. Looks like he's just gonna pass.
So what does he have that stops this? Am I missing here?
He's got Wear Terror to block the third to kill the third.
Yeah. Okay. Thoughtcast.
Here comes Thoughtcast.
Is that EE? Oh, it's EE.
You can't do that without.
Don't
EE.
Yeah.
That awkward moment. All right, so tear one of the tokens. Block the other 2.
Okay. I think you minus with Karn, maybe? Because Bedlam Reveler, you got to minus with Karn, man. Ooh, okay, he's leaving himself open. Oh, Baleful, okay. But Baleful Strix is gonna...
Baleful Strix is a really good hit.
Actually,
there.
it is, yeah.
Kind of surprised that he let him have that instead of the
other Thoughtcast,
but... Well, actually, he's got multiple... Yeah, so how many Phoenix are in the graveyard?
So Nate drew 3. Nate drew another land. So there's Peasy. So now Nate's just trying to establish like a wall.
Sure.
Just trying to buy more time.
He drew Cabal Therapy, Blood Moon.
But the problem, doesn't the Baleful Strix kill him?
Yeah, right now Strix will kill him. But he's a little bit risky.
The only thing I would have done differently was play Pyromancer than Flashback Lingering Souls.
Well, that would give you one more blocker, right? So.
And then I feel like he has to respect the swing back a little bit more.
Yeah.
That's what I would have done. And then you would have had the... I think he didn't have the fetch yet, but he could have played out the fetch and potentially, kept Pyromancer alive, maybe.
Right, yeah. Yeah, so Tez takes it in 2 games.
Yeah. That was a tough one. Like, a Chalice of the Void deck against his Pyromancer deck, like, it kind of... I mean, Nate lost so many turns, and then when he finally Cooligans commands it... I mean, he had a good Cooligans command. He had a Chalice, and he had the Antiquities War in his hand.
Sure.
But kind of like angling, he just wasn't able to deal with the threat at hand, which was the Construct token. and inevitably it kind of hurt him. Another thing is if Remy would have played Antiquities War, he could have weared it, and it's just kind of like one of those things where it made his wear and tear like a little worse because if his wear could have been 1 mana in some spots, it potentially could have given him enough mana to actually do the 3 spells.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So that's like it's kind of one of those things where you can see how Chalice like forced him into making not optimal plays, just the power of like it seems like it's a tough matchup. Like you kind of want to be on the Chalice side, especially when ensnaring bridges start to show up.
All right. Well, I'd imagine we're on game 3 here.
Oh, he's got a spell scan there.
It looks like there's an Antiquities War as well.
He's got some lands. He's got spell kind of spell. It seems like a I don't know how this deck works, but it looks like he took a mulligan, and it seems like a pretty good 6.
Yeah.
Not cast an
island. Go. Okay. Kind of surprised not to see Preordain there. Here comes Thoughtseize. Some Mox Opal. Seat. I guess he was thinking he'd just do it next turn with playing out Spellskite.
Yeah. Oh, did somebody knocking?
Yeah, can you grab the door?
What is it? What if it's like a bad person?
Then don't let him in.
You know, they ask a bad person.
Hey, would you like the world's only expert on this deck Bryce is playing?
Hey, I thought I did a good job. You want to come in too, Remy?
No,
okay. Yeah, well, you're okay. Remy's coming in.
Okay. So mine did not. My match. Did you guys watch my match?
Yeah, we
did.
watched your match, and I thought I did a good job of explaining how the deck worked. The deck's only World Master.
Okay.
Don't worry, we have the World Master. He's
Yeah.
going to explain what's going on.
Maybe Bryce and I will play.
We
next
also
round.
have the Artifact Master too.
We do.
I don't even have to commentate anymore. I'm just here for my good one.
Yeah, this is actually a really bad matchup for this deck.
Yeah,
It's hard to.
yeah. Who just talked about that? This guy did.
But looks like Bryce got a game.
Yeah, we think this is game 3.
This is game 3,
Yeah.
I think. You let up with a Thoughtseize and took.
He took the
Blue. This blue painter doesn't run Chalice though, right? Or does it?
No, because he can't run Chalice and
Yeah.
Grindstone. This is going to be an Antiquities War. That is a really tough card to beat.
It's a good one.
You can't beat that.
Hey,
what
do
he
you
finds.
play Pyromancer and cast Lingering Souls at 1 turn instead?
That's what I should have done. Yes.
Yeah.
And you saw me go like, oh, I realized
Yeah.
that I messed that up.
Exactly.
I thought I had enough. I thought I might have enough spells, but I didn't. And I realized that I didn't at the last minute to trigger the Arc Lights and win.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
grab the seat.
Which is good. It's like anything. As long as you get an artifact,
Any
it's
artifacts
good.
in
Yeah.
play are great. Yeah.
Except maybe like the second Mox Opal.
Yeah.
Even so, it's like a.
What if I was like, was he holding him for Psy? Psy is a really tough card for this deck to beat because
Just
It's
too
hard to-
many 1/1s.
it's too much. Yeah, well, you can't edict it,
Yeah.
and so I'm assuming Bryce took the edict out, and you can't bolt it. You can hope to. Bryce might have him here, which would be pretty good.
It would be pretty good.
Huh. Very funny, Captain QC.
Played Sleazel on the board already.
Getting a second black here makes me feel like he might have the him.
Oh, a lot of cards.
Or Colonel's Command.
K command
Or
would be.
a Wear Tear.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. That's wonderful.
Yeah, that's actually really good.
That's the best you could do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, don't let him untap the Antiquities and work. Good job.
With Antiquity as well, and being so played lately, we don't see more.
This deck just needs like a Jace the Mind Sculptor. Just play Jace the Mind Sculptor right now. What does he have?
Another Antiquities War.
Yeah.
I think that might be it.
Could be.
He's like slow rolling it
Step
real
in
hard
4.
too. Good old oh, he just plays
oh.
spells. Guy, typical Kevin.
And
And
then
then, okay.
I call it Arclight Dega, but I don't think anyone knows about Dega, Dega Volver, etc. He's got Painter on red. Which, no.
Okay.
He has no blue card, so Bryce is actually holding a Pyroblast. I just want to call it command. Which
That's why.
he cannot actually do anything.
Yeah, Spell Scout was redirected.
Because he has the blue and the blast.
So Kevin's
Can
just one grind.
Can we not get carried away when you say that Arclight Phoenix is a thing in Legacy? Let's not get carried away here.
Let's see some matchups against these non-crazy artifact decks, which is even funny because you think, oh, we got Kolagon's command, but there's too many artifacts. Probably should have given you the Thoughtcast too instead of the Baleful Strix.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention to my life total. If I figured the Thoughtcast could just win, Baleful Strix would only kind of win.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was surprised on this.
Fatal Push. All right.
Okay. So this is gonna.
That's good.
Yeah, because it makes it cool against
You have to
better.
redirect, yeah.
Yep. And that's dead.
I think.
And then
Yeah.
that thing.
Yeah.
So Bryce could actually pull this out. He still has a Kolagon's command in hand, and Kevin's down to.
It's kind of on who draws a more relevant threat.
It's
Yeah,
basically
decking.
it's like kind of needs like a Karn or like a something.
Look at this.
Does the blue painter deck play like Kadim or something like that?
It plays Sai.
There's
Sai.
is that
There's
Sai?
Sai.
Yeah.
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 But in easy to
We wish you had that fatal push
Expensive.
now.
on this deck. All your artifacts are small too.
Fair enough.
Now the nice thing is that Bryce can Kolagon's command him in his draw step and prevent him from casting an artifact for at least one turn, and I think buy him a turn to do something. But if his hand is just garbage, or he draws Pyroblast, I guess Pyroblast kills.
He's got 3 cards. I mean, he's got 3 to 0 or 3 to 1 basically. 1 field card.
Yeah.
One of them's K command, which is a 2 for 1. So, or it's 4K. He's got 4 cards.
Pretty good position.
The problem is those cards may not be relevant inside. Just takes over the game so fast. And he's got 5 lands.
So
He might be on the.
That's an island.
Well, hopefully he doesn't K command.
Well, it would just be like kill the Opal or a seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna just take one.
I like that he keeps the island in hand.
Yeah, it's a good play. But he's got to be thinking about K command as like a thing that could happen.
Oh, is that another OCT as well?
I don't know. Sai looks Italian to me. Is he Italian?
No.
You sure?
Do we know?
He's like a fan of
Ooh,
like
it is an Antiquities War.
Napoli.
That's a real no.
That's
a
You got
really
Pyroblast.
nice.
You gotta snap it off me.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, he made blank. He's gonna blank. Oh
Ah,
wow!
No
okay.
blank.
You got Pyroblast.
Got real close to blank.
I
I
got
know.
real close to blank in there. Jeez.
Yeah. One's enough.
Yeah.
Does it?
He might even just. Would you crack this to draw a card, Remy, and just try and get another artifact?
Yes, definitely.
Because like, what are you gonna bounce?
It's he has 15 and you don't. Yeah.
I think that makes sense. Uses your mana too.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good.
What's okay? So he can sacrifice 2 artifacts, draw a card.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
actually
for
he-
two.
Plus, I mean, it's still that's a decent ability. How about that?
Yeah. When you have extra opal, for instance, it's pretty good.
Did he play out the island?
Yeah.
looks like he did, yeah.
Okay.
I think he wanted the mana.
Is Antiquities War trigger on upkeep?
It's on draw.
Right after draw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is weird. I don't understand how that works.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird timing for.
Can he? So he can, in response to Antiquities trigger, he could potentially K command.
Yeah.
Yeah. I as well do it before, but yeah.
What were you entombing for? Was that just bait?
No, it's the Scourge of Nelta.
Okay. Oh, entomb.
This might be like his attempt to go off now.
That's
It's
Bedlam.
Bedlam.
Bedlam Reveler?
Yeah.
Oh, he got the K command. Okay. That's a good play. And he might actually have enough to just.
Here comes K commands.
Kind of just think you have to whack the Thopter here. It doesn't feel good. nothing else to do.
Can you like do 2 damage to the Thopter and just
Return your Reveler.
Yeah.
Wow, a lot of lands, that happens. But now you just cast Ancestral Recall. This blocks Psy, which doesn't really matter, but
The Spellbomb can...
he bounces it.
It could bounce it, but
Here's the thing, though: you bounce the
you bounce it on the turn that you go off with your Antiquities for.
Sorry, I gotta stand up. There's the chair.
There's a stool.
Still, I'll get closer.
No, it wasn't that. I was like kneeling. Like, honestly.
Almost like not a bad draw because it just generates another artifact, right?
Oh yeah,
You can sack your other Opal, right? And then
you can
like
draw a lot of cards this turn, which is nice. Also, like the Antiquities War is gonna make all that stuff in the 5/5 creatures.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Next turn.
So like inevitability is kind of staring in the face. He doesn't have. Well, he's got to make like a lot of Thopters this turn. If he can make like 3 Thopters, the game just ends, I think.
Yeah, so you tap your Opal, play the other Opal. Tap an island, draw a card, sack the tapped Opal.
If you're Bryce, like what's your string of plays that you need? Because I don't think there's any Arclight Phoenixes in the yard right now, right?
No.
So like, is he just need to
And
have?
you can't get to the Thopters. Do
you just have to have like a Mega Bolt hand or something?
Maybe some number of.
So he didn't sack it. He didn't want to draw a card. I don't like that. He may just be counting and saying, I'm just gonna show you these artifacts and be okay with it. That's okay, I guess. Yeah, because you have to lose 2 artifacts, so you lose 2 5/5s. I can see the loop.
Like Lingering Souls can just chump all those artifacts, and then they just go back to being artifacts.
Yeah. It's this Mardu Pyromancer Arclight Phoenix deck. It's a deck that runs Mardu cards that has Arclight Phoenix in it. What do you mean? What is it supposed to be? Like,
it's the Mardu Arclight deck.
Yeah, it's the only one that exists.
It's like modern Mardu Pyromancer with Arclight Phoenix. Like, I don't know.
And Entomb and those other Cabal Therapy.
Yeah.
It's a deck of my own design.
Yeah.
With 2 guns. Bryce thought it sounded fun for some reason, but then he got paired against Mono Blue Painter. That's something that could be like, if he can like find a way to draw cards, like he could find a Pyroblast and kill the Antiquities War.
Yeah, that's true.
So like, unfortunately, he might just he could just be in the position where he's like, I'm gonna start chaining some Revelers. You gotta remember, empty your hand. It's like Lion's Eye Diamond.
Yeah.
Is Pyromancer good enough here?
Pyromancer in a chain would be really nice.
He's got like 2 bolts.
Yeah, but this
starting off with an attack.
Just take it, right? There's no reason.
Oh, hold on. Yeah.
Oh,
yep.
Okay.
Okay.
See, if he's got the bolts, I would have played the Pyromancer pre-combat, attacked. If he doesn't block, double bolt might have actually won. Would have put him to 5. No, would have won. Okay.
No, 5/3 because prowess, right?
Yeah, because the prowess is better than you think.
All right, so bounce the Pyromancer.
It's a yeah. That's okay.
I'm okay with it. It
this
forces the hand a little bit.
He's got to have
because next turn's going to be the Antiquities War turn.
Isn't it this turn?
It's this coming turn. This is Bryce's end step.
Yeah.
So he just lost an artifact though. He's only got 2 artifacts.
Yeah, that's true.
No, is that? Oh, he's got 1. Oh yeah, yeah. Bryce he's gonna just chump block.
Yeah.
Take 6, go to 7.
Yeah.
And then a lot of lines win. I thought he had 2 seats, but it was a Dark Slick Shores. Okay. Oh, Bryce is in better shape than I thought.
I thought he had 2 seats as well, but apparently I'm just blind.
You have to attack. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody in.
I would be tempted if he's got another bolt to block Psy and bolt it.
I think he does.
Go to 3. Oh, he's got a Fatal Push?
Fatal Push. And bolt.
Block Psy and bolt would be so nice if he sees it. Yep.
Take 5.
These numbers are all out of order now. I don't know how that's happened.
Huh.
He's got to be playing this like ending.
What was the card that Kevin drew to?
In hand, he has a trinket mage.
See, Bryce could have fatal pushed the Psy in response to the, which I think he should have done in response to the trinket mage.
Yeah.
He's gonna get Tormod's cryptid here. Oh, that's gonna hurt.
He's looking at it.
He doesn't have a lot of stuff in the graveyard, but if he has like a Bedlam Reveler, then that's like his plan.
I don't think there's
He's
anything.
still got a 3/4 and a Pyromancer in hand, right?
Yeah,
So,
he's in a really good position. Yeah. I mean, they're both basically going to be hellbent in a second, but one of them's got a 3/4 and a 2/1 Pyromancer. Like, yeah, I think.
there's no Psy anymore, so it's not like
Yeah.
that ship has sailed.
It's funny because Psy and Pyromancer, you're talking about very similar cards in the way the decks are constructed too. Antiquities War is sort of like this deck's.
I was looking at Grindstone. Okay.
Does he have Painter? He might have Painter in hand.
No, he's got we know what he has in hand. It's like a dead card. I don't know what it is.
Grindstone against the Arclight Phoenix.
Yeah, I don't think it's.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's got to play. I think he's got to play it out, right?
I mean, he might be thinking that this is his only way to win, so he
City
needs
of
to get there.
Traders is the card in hand.
Yeah. Okay.
There's no reason you just don't hellbent yourself. He runs discard. Hellbent yourself and play it.
Yeah. There's no reason to get top decked by him here.
Or Thoughtseize. You already know he runs Thoughtseize, yeah.
Or even a Cabal.
He runs
Therapy.
Artifact
I'm
Destruction.
really surprised. So he's playing to just draw a Painter and win, which is probably right. Well, like a Cabal Therapy.
Yeah, that's why I don't like keeping in hand, because there's full Cabal Therapies.
In for 3.
Down to 8.
8 all.
I wonder what Bryce's card is. I think it might be a fatal. I think it might be a fatal push. I forgot that Bryce didn't play against the same deck I played against. He was playing against Mono Blue Painter, and I was playing against.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
That's gonna suck. Well, Painter is 2, right?
Painter is a 2-drop.
So if he's got fatal push in hand, which is what I think he has, that's what I thought it was like. That Bryce can get out of this one.
And you just have to run it.
Yeah, of course you just run it. Yeah.
Okay.
We're so popular.
I can't look. Can't bear to look.
Edict.
Oh,
and he gets the trinket mage.
Wow. So yeah, the Grindstone, getting Grindstone, I would have gotten Tormod script, so I would have lost that game.
Wow.
Your bottle?
Yeah.
I don't think so. If I see it, I'll let you know. I'll have to drink it all.
A white card real fast.
It's the definition of an inauspicious start for my deck. Now we'll play the mirror match.
Well, that's it for round 1.
Huh. So, okay.
What a kind of odd end to the game. It looked like that Mono Blue Painter was in a big hole and then was able to just kind of top deck into the win.
He kind of killed the first Painter, dealt with the Antiquities War, made the Antiquities War almost just useless. Killed the Psy, had 2 really good cards in hand, and it had to be Trinket Mage into Grindstone drawing Painter. You couldn't even have been Painter and just Grindstone. It had to be Trinket Mage for the Diabolic Edict.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I kind of.
They still have one more game.
Oh, I do.
That was game 2.
That was game 2.
Okay.
Okay. We've got more Magic.
I guess they're going back to game 2. Gosh, that's
So
let's get some more Magic.
How much time do we have? Oh, 10 minutes. Huh.
Oh,
right.
I just assumed it was game 3 based on the time, but
I thought so too. I'm more surprised that Bryce won game 1. But I guess now that I think about it, it's not the same deck I play against, which is much harder.
Well, you don't have to deal with Chalice, right?
No, and you don't have to. Your creature removal is live. Because it's a creature-based combo.
Mm-hmm. Kevin took a mulligan that turn that game too, so it'll be interesting to see if they could both get their full rip.
That looks like an okay one.
I don't
Kevin.
see any blue though. I see the Mox.
He's got an opal. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I mean it's.
He's got 2 grindstone, opal, trinket
Nice.
mage, and
He's saying goodbye.
Well, yeah, because his only play is like Ancient Tomb, Grindstone, Opal. And
Yeah.
your card play doesn't do anything. And it can be 2 cards that don't do anything if Bryce has like artifact destruction.
looks like Bryce is gonna mull as well.
Everybody's mulling. This is why I like playing decks that run 17 cantrips.
Yeah.
Keep one-landers.
We'll get there.
You can keep a 1-lander with Faithless Looting
Oh,
pretty
man,
easily.
there-
No blue source again for Kevin. He has a surgical and he has a city.
That's
I don't-
almost the worst
I
land.
don't think that's good enough.
I think you have to say bye.
Yeah, Surgical is
Bye-bye.
not actually as good as you would think against this Mardu deck.
I
Because
don't-
you just kind of overload it with
Yeah.
Lingering Souls and Cabal Therapy. And actually people like Surgical Bedlam Reveler because it's the best card in the deck by quite a lot.
I'd
it's-
imagine it's pretty medium. But
I am playing it, Hackbird. I got whacked by Remy.
Hackbert, you missed it.
I hope Bryce wins. We don't have to play the mirror match. That would be unfortunate.
Well, he's gonna win. Kevin mulled the 5, so he's got an 83% chance of winning immediately.
And you have to keep this.
Actually, it was Karn and multiple.
He's
matches
got
with
combo
the-
in hand.
Yeah,
He
this
can
could,
combo turn 2.
yeah.
What's the spell bomb?
He's got a
Oh, yeah, is he?
yeah. He's got a grindstone.
Yeah, because he
He's
would
gonna
have.
draw a card.
What?
Hold on.
He has combo, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I don't see the grandson, but I see the painter.
is it
Yeah,
right there?
see Grants.
Yeah, there's grindstone.
Here comes him, the Tupac.
That's grindstone.
I wonder if that's what that is.
It would be really good.
He passed by the Scrubland. I wonder, maybe he just doesn't. Maybe it's Plateau in hand or another fetch land.
I guess Kevin's thinking that he can
This-
play both next
Oh, yeah.
round.
Oh, this
Oh,
game's
yeah.
over.
Yeah.
And you put most of the 5 and you hit the Tupac. And
Oh.
You may just ask him to concede.
So this deck, as I was brewing it, got way better once I added main board hand. Like, oh, I just him, and that's the end of the game.
Antiquities War and Painter.
Painter, okay.
Yeah, so that's you've taken half the combo and the good half.
God, yeah. Now his percentages probably went to like a whopping
That
like,
Hydroblast.
2.
Yeah,
I would say the advantage bar is 98 to 2.
Bryce needs to get something down. He needs some pressure.
he's got time though. Kevin's not doing much here. Like
He's gonna play
he
the
still
city.
doesn't have blue mana.
Yeah.
He has half of a combo that doesn't do a lot right now. The other half got taken. And he can't even Hydroblast.
He's playing a top deck it again.
Yeah. Well, it worked last time.
It worked last time. He's thinking about grindstoning with the extra mana.
No.
Do it.
Unless he's grindstoning himself.
That used to be great when top was legal.
Yeah.
I think Bryce is debating whether he can tap out. I thought these. It's not bad. So this is it. This is the turn.
Is it a painter?
Yes.
Not
No,
a painter.
it's not a painter. It would have been hilarious. Well, he's got K command. Oh, he doesn't have mana though.
Pyro.
Young Pyromancer. Bryce's altars. I'm like, what is it?
They're also dark.
Man, Antiquities War.
He's got to alter his Arclight Phoenixes now. Look how great this is.
So Bryce has Pyroblast, Arclight, looks like Reveler, and
Is that a what stuff?
Yeah, sure looks like it. I think it is
Yeah,
walking ballista.
Walking ballista.
Now you can get 2 for 1. But...
Yeah,
All right. Well,
I mean, it's still
turns
good.
on the
No,
opal.
no, I'm just saying. Like, I wonder. He could also just dig back his young pyromancer. I would just kill the grindstone and the walking ballista because he has an Arclight Phoenix in hand. He could just draw a 4th land, which is fine.
He's gonna push the.
Yeah, that's good.
Yep. Colgan
Very-
spans.
Kill the grindstone. Yeah, it also turns off the opal anyway.
Yep.
On to you. This was a. And now just 14 more turns. Plus Ancient Tomb.
He should
One
have
was
had the
a token.
ability to shoot the token.
Yeah, he
There
would
you
have been
go.
able to. Yeah.
Lingering Souls.
There comes the 1/1 beatdowns. More blue cards in hand for Kevin. There's a Mox
Chromox.
Opal.
Is that
Or,
Chromox?
Chromox. That's the one. Chromox.
Yeah, so you can start playing Magic again.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually a really good draw with the City Traders out
It's a
too.
really nice draw.
I would just stick something underneath it, play that Psy. Looks like there's a Psy in his hand, or maybe his Antiquities War.
He's got both. Psi Antiquities
He's
War
debating
and...
what's going to get stuck underneath that thing.
Yeah.
He also there's a Pyroblast in Bryce's hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, for having your opponent mold a 5 and him to 2-pocking him, he's got a pretty good hand.
This deck is very resilient, this blue painter deck. It's very impressive.
Put Psi underneath.
He's going to go for Antiquities War, which makes the Mox Opals like a threat. Or the Mox is a threat.
Antiquities War can help look forward. He's got the tree
Yeah, I
mage, so
think he's
Antiquities War
just
can
going to
help
look for
find him.
combo again.
Yeah, right? I like that, actually.
No, I think he's right. He's totally right.
What's he thinking about?
Whether he wants to take damage, maybe.
I think he was thinking whether he wants to play Trinket Mage and go that route with it, or whether he wants
I think
to play
with Bryce tapped out, I think you have to respect Pyroblast, so I think you
Yeah.
just get your
I think this is
Form
correct.
script's
Yeah.
not good. That's not good.
I don't think
Grindstone.
There's Grindstone, but that's the half that you can fetch off of the other. So
Yeah, but I mean,
He doesn't have a ton of time. Like, if he crypts him here, then at least Bryce can't put a 2-turn clock on him. It's a 3-turn or 4-turn clock. Yeah.
yep. Yeah, I think that's the go. Cryptum.
And then-
Hope to hit next turn and hope that you get another turn with your
And also- sorry.
Antiquities War.
Yeah, Trinket Mage.
Trinket
Oh,
Mage for
here's
Grindstone.
do it. Well, I guess he got a power, but you can't let him tap the Antiquity War. Next turn he can.
Yeah. Hackbert wants to know how you like the new improved C-Lab.
It's much easier to read. I wish I was any good at tin fins. We played last week, or last time I was here, we played? Yeah. I won every game 1 and then lost every sophomore game. So I went 3 and 6.
just getting the Grindstone, right?
I would think so.
What's his other card?
Maybe he has like an E or something that he's considering, but
An EE, actually. I wonder if they
it
must
would cut
play.
him. It would cut him off of both of his blue sources.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I don't know if will they even play EE in their like 8 Mox deck.
Yeah, I don't know if they would, but
I think you have to play one.
It gets you out of jam like this, but the jam is it just
blows
puts you in a bigger
gonna,
jam.
Yeah, you're gonna lose because of it too.
yeah, I think you definitely just have to go for Grindstone and hope.
Okay, maybe Kevin's on the stall in the time and draw plan. 20 seconds. I think, yeah.
And Bryce can do 8 though. He can get in for 5, and if he has a bolt, like he can win in a couple turns.
Yeah, I think it's pretty. I mean, I don't think there's anything really Kevin can do.
A K command would also be nice.
Yeah.
It would be deterministic.
I mean, if Kevin has the bull, he's just going to kill the painter too. I mean, Kevin. Yeah, I just don't see what.
Yeah, any removal that Bryce has is pretty much game.
Pirate Spellbomb gets rid of it. Again.
Yeah.
Question, but is he gonna cast it?
See, this seems like a bad matchup for Kevin, but the Tezzeret seems like a bad matchup for the Marty deck.
Yeah, you gotta respect Chalice a lot more, and it's not a creature-based combo.
Yeah, because your Fatal Pushes and Lightning Bolts are just ridiculous against this deck.
Aether Spellbomb.
Power Blast is a lot better against Antiquities War than it is against Karn, too.
Yeah, like Karn was so bad for me. You can't tap that for mana, but it doesn't matter.
I'm convinced that Karn's better than Tezzeret in the Tezzeret deck.
Yeah.
They really should just call it Blue-Black Karn. There's a Fatal Push.
And he's gonna come in for 5. Drew a Swamp. Look at that. It's
for 5.
I mean, I'm telling you, like, I just draw it off the top and whack a Jace all the time. Like, it happens, 4 mana is not that hard to get in any deck where that's, like, happening. And I don't think Kevin...
It's like we're in turns.
City of Traders.
Good games.
There you go. So Bryce takes the match. 2-1.
Congratulations to Bryce. That was really awesome. What,
It was pretty wild. Like,
Oh,
what do you think?
that was like old. That was like old like Legacy where it was like The Rock versus like kind of like some mid like tier combo deck. Yeah, it's like nobody's brainstorming, nobody's doing anything. They're just like, I'm playing on a threat, I'm killing your threat, I'm trying to find my thing, and it's like very slow. You know what I mean? It was like it's kind of like when it was like a 13th round of a boxing match. We're just like, ugh.
Well,
I'll be interested to see that deck fight Grixis Control. What do we got? Because we got Grixis Control, D&T, Land, Stoneblade. You got 2 D&Ts. How's the deck do against D&T?
I actually haven't played it yet, so we'll find
oh,
out.
we'll see.
Yeah. All right, guys.
All right.
See you later. See what I get paired against now.
Thanks, Nate.
I don't know. I'm not. I don't like the Painter deck. I like the Marty deck because it just has answers. But like that Painter deck just seems like it needs to like.
I feel like we didn't really see a fair third game either.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, anytime you mull a 5 and you get him to Torok, like you're not winning that game.
Yeah.
Like, ironically, he came close, but the him to Torok actually hit the Servant or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's why that card's so busted.
if he doesn't get him, he has a shot at that.
I think you're right. I think it's fair enough that he can kind of put together a play.
Yeah.
But not with that.
For sure.
I mean, just the card advantage. I mean, the one thing about the Marty Pyromancer deck is it does do such a good job of just like having efficient removal.
Yeah.
And it kind of showcased that game, and your Pyroblast, your Fatal. That was probably a game where he probably had trouble boarding in all of his cards.
Sure. Because
like almost everything in the deck's good. So interesting.
It seems like that deck just grinds as well. Like it just and the combo deck is not really set up in a way to deal with that grind as effectively.
Yeah, no, I absolutely. I think, I mean, that's kind of how like the modern deck is in modern. Is it kind of doubles as kind of control deck.
Yeah.
But I think the problem with the I mean the Mario deck probably has a little game against like a deck like Miracle or something per se, just because the token generation, just being able to fight off Turbulences, and just being able to restash your hand with Bedlam Reveler. Like the thing about the Mardu deck as it was when Death Red Shaman was legal, I mean it was a little worse because Death Red Shaman eating your Lingering Souls, is the deck plays like some good cards, right? Like it's probably one of the best non-blue color decks because like you're still playing Lightning Bolt, you're still playing Lingering Souls, you're playing Cabal Therapy, you're playing Young Pyromancer. These are all great cards. Him to Torok.
You're being very proactive.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where like your power level is still pretty decent. So like you're still gonna be able to have some good game. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
it's kind of like the difference between you can like look at a deck like green in taxes, right, versus Maverick. Like Maverick's probably a lot better in green in taxes, but at the end of the day you're still playing Thala, you're still playing Mother Runes, and there's gonna be like matchups where that like here's him enough really gonna beat him. So like the power levels may be different, but still like you just enough to kind of perform. Paul versus Remy is gonna be boring. Jeff versus Steve. So we got Jeff on Stoneblade.
Okay.
and Steve versus D&T. So I think we should give that one a go.
Yeah, let's give that a go.
Something to think too. Stoneblade. So Jeff's on blue white Stoneblade versus D&T. The red splash here would just be, I mean, 2 bolts and
Sure, yeah.
static caster and I mean,
Static caster is just
engineered explosive. That's the other one too. Is engineered explosive so good against D&T?
Yeah.
Just lining up against like Chalices and stuff like that.
Lines up very well against.
Even Thalia, because like Thalia
Yeah,
doesn't work
that's-
against EE.
Exactly.
So, but the one card that Steve just can't deal with is going to be True Name. Is again, and this probably, I mean, if we just say blue white X Stoneblade, and whether you remove the X or not, I'm pretty sure that's the best True Name deck because you get a True Name and a Jitte or a True Name and a Batterskull or anything, right? And you're pretty much going to win the game, and D&T can't interact with other than Council's Judgment. So, as much as Jeff doesn't have the versatility of red or black with Zealous Persecution, he still has just the backbone of the deck at Stoneforge and True Name, and that's probably what he's going to look to do, and just
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
yeah.
All right. Well, as soon as people get over to the table, we'll switch over and start going for round 2.
I think from Jeff's perspective, what he wants to do is basically just set up well. He wants to set up well to the point where Jeff has to slowly kind of position himself to the point where a True Name is still going to lose to Flicker Wisp and Sarah Avenger and has to hold back the tide. Like that's where he wants to be is Thalia stimmy all the cantrips and prevent the Jace play. We'll see. I think we'll probably see like a 1 of Supreme Verdict from Jeff.
Camera froze or not.
No, I think they walked away. I really think they walked away.
Okay.
Let me double check.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Just because we're
Yeah.
definitely don't want to watch live. Oh, are they shuffling now?
No.
Yeah. Okay, so it didn't freeze. So let's just watch Tezzeret. Actually, let's have him switch. Can I have him switch?
Let me see if I can fix it real quick.
You sure you want me to have him switch real quick?
Let's just try.
I'm gonna have him switch.
Okay.
Are you cool with that?
Yeah, I'm cool.
Hey, before you get draw, I want you on near the door, Remy.
Actually, I think I got it. I think I got it.
Okay. Oh, you got it?
Got it.
Never mind. We
Okay.
fixed it. We fixed it. Just stay in the seat. Don't move.
All right.
There you go. They were willing. Let's see here. So I think we've got, I believe Steve is on the left in green, and Jeff is on in black.
Okay.
So Steve on D&T, and let's see here.
Stoneblade for Jeff, right?
And I'm excited about this magic. This is the type of magic I'll be excited about. You're gonna see some. You're gonna see some interactive magic at its finest.
I'm excited too. I haven't seen Stoneblade in a minute.
It's also kind of hilarious that Jeff gets to play against D&T. Jeff takes some mulligan. Seen a lot of mulligans today. It's kind of interesting to see what people are thinking. That's one reason why I think I'll never not play a blue deck is just the idea of mulliganing. I hate mulliganing so much. I just can't. Obviously it's good that you can mulligan, but you immediately lose a card. And just in this meta, I feel like it's so damning.
Yeah.
Like Hymn to Torax floating around, Terminuses, and like there's like so many value. Baleful Strix, Jason Mind Sculptor. Before you know it, you're like 3 cards behind. You're asking yourself like, what did I do wrong?
Yeah, mulling if you're playing a non-combo deck, like non-blue deck, feels absolutely horrible. If you're playing a very specific 2-card combo deck, mulling is a lot easier.
Sure.
But
even like decks like Storm, I think are a little bit more powerful because they're not prone to mulling because they have
sure,
cantrips.
yeah. You can
Good
keep
point.
a wider range.
Yeah. I beat Belcher with Maverick.
Wow.
Ask yourself how you do that.
How do you do that?
You go turn 1 Pithing Needle, blind name Charbelcher, then have Charbelcher, and then you survive to turn 2. Swords their Tinderwall and play Aethersworn Canonist.
Wow.
Nice scoop. Then I lost the Miracles. Because I got Terminus like 3 times. No, I got Swords of Plowshare 4 times. 3 ones in this Snapcaster. That's the one problem I have about Miracles is the card Terminus are just so damning against a lot of these fair creature decks.
So Jeff kept a third land on top.
I think that's fine because keep in mind Jeff wants to get to 5 mana.
Yeah.
Like I mean he does. I mean he doesn't want to just like I want to have 5 lands. I'm going to keep this, but
I think it just makes me wonder if he knew that he was playing against a DNT and that he'd prefer to have.
That's
more
another
lands.
good point too. I mean he's going to be able to fetch out pretty much basics this whole game, but with Schadenports and things like that, I mean you want to be able to build upon it. Sword of Fire, nice. It's my least favorite sword. I don't count the other swords. There's only 3 swords in existence: are Sword of Feast and Famine, Jitte, and Sword of Fire. Nice. I'm not even gonna talk about those other ones.
So Dire Skull is not a sword.
It's not. I mean, it's a good card, but it's not a sword. That's like something you always get Batter Skull.
Yeah.
In these situations.
Yeah.
But one thing Steve may be recognizing is the true name issue, and Steve may be saying, "Hey, listen, I need to get
Sword of the Meek."
Yeah, Sword of the Meek is
Jorgensen
dumb.
No Shukos for you.
No, I hate what's that card, Riki Man Morig or whatever. What's the Riki? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I hate that card. Merfolk plays like a one of, and it makes it even more aggravated because they play it as a one of in a deck that like can't search it out. Riki Mansuri kills equipments or whatever.
Yeah.
And then Jeff getting the Jitte. See, I get Batter Skull like 95% of the time. So like I'm kind of curious to see what these guys are thinking.
Well,
I think Steve's play was though thinking about true name. He's got to get the Sword of Fire and Ice. Well, Jeff's saying I got to get Jitte to kill Mom and
yeah.
So
it's interesting. It's always more fun when you have these interactions where there's an actual argument as to what equipment that you get, as opposed to just I always get Batter Skull or I have Batter Skull in hand. That means I get Sword of whatever. Like,
see, the good thing about this is, like I said, Jeff's building up his base. The swords isn't very good in his hand, but if he's got a Supreme Verdict, I mean, it's gonna be good.
Here comes Sword. How play draw dependent do you think this matchup is?
Not as much as you think. I think Stoneblade actually it does pretty well in the draw.
Mm.
Like I'm not really an advocate of ever drawing. I think maybe in a mirror match you could draw with Stoneblade, but for the most part, I think Stoneblade just wants cards. Like because like Stoneforge Mystic and Brainstorm and stuff, you can like really valueize your hand. I mean, sometimes like you Stoneforge and they kill it, and you're like, and you Brainstorm and you just gain a tremendous like swing and advantage.
Sure.
It's kind of interesting.
And so, swords, give pro white.
Not a huge fan of that. I see the string that Jeff's trying to put together is that he needs to sword something. But I think at this point, with the second Mom, I almost want to kind of resolve to the fact of like I need to find my Supreme Verdict to win this game. Just true name's not even good enough right now because of the Sophie.
Looks like Jeff has Spell Pierce in hand and not a whole lot going on.
Yeah, Spell Pierce really is either going to hit Aether Vial on turn 1 or it's going to hit Gideon on turn 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm.
So like it.
Yeah, Gideon would be the best hit to see.
Or Batter Skull potentially if Stoneforge got removed somehow.
Sure, yeah. There's Snapcaster. Flashback.
I think I would hit the Stoneforge still. Make him sink mana into putting it onto a Mom and tapping a Mom.
Yeah.
2 Moms is kind of, again, like, I think I'm on the plan of, like, I'm Supreme Verdict or bust.
It's kind of a shame that he's not even going to get a chance to block.
Yeah, I mean, but then again, like I said, it's not, I mean, without Aether Vial, he's not really getting it super ahead.
2 damage to the Snapcaster. draws a card. I think just drawing all these cards though has a really big impact, and we know that they're not lands because he's not playing out
Or
any
Aether
lands.
Vial, right?
Or
So,
Aether Vial. So I mean, he's just got a huge stockpile of cards that Jeff is going to have to overcome to win this game. So even if he does get to a point where he's able to cast Supreme Verdict, I don't think that Steve's going to play into it too much.
Yeah, I don't really like just playing the Jitte out, but I would have played out the Plains. That way you can hold Spell Pierce.
Mm-hmm.
You could fetch, but I think you want to get the second. I don't know if he runs Council. I'm assuming he runs Council's Judgment. I'm pretty sure you want to get the second Plains for the Council's Judgment.
Sure. Alright, Mother Runes in for 3. Another 2 dealt off of the trigger. Jeff down to 6.
Yeah, he's gonna. We need something to happen.
Another Stone Forge.
Thalia probably more part of Shane's deck.
There's Thalia.
Oh, okay.
Uncountable Thalia.
Well, yeah, because now Jeff needs. Now it's impossible because Jeff can't draw out of it. Because he would need a land and a Supreme Verdict. This is kind of one of those games where the Mom and the Stoneforge, getting early was kind of, he was able to set up really early.
Yep.
And just kind of,
Yeah, Jeff just had a bit too slow of a draw, I think.
Yeah.
Not really much in the
he
way
needed
of...
to have a swords for, from the turn 1 Mom.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would have been helpful. But then again, like, even then, it may have not been enough.
Right. So while they're shuffling, we'll take a quick look on... it looks like they're shuffling too, so we'll stay here.
Which one are we watching? Which shuffling are we watching?
Oh, we're watching this one.
Oh, that's shuffling. Okay. Shuffling with the green.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess in the board. What are you going to see come in from both of them? Is going to be Disenchants. Are going to come in from both of them, right? Maybe some number of Council's Judgment and some number of White Planeswalkers. So kind of a very similar strategy how they're going to board against each other. The only card that I could see Jeff bringing in would be, a blue card. Excuse me. Supreme Verdict, obviously, and then he may ask himself, does he want to bring in one back to basics? It's actually not terrible here. With Caracas, Rashadenport, Wastelands being turned off, basically Cavern of Souls. You do have.
Do you cut Force of Wills in this matchup as Jeff?
I would trim some. I would keep in Spell Pierce over Force of Will because you can hold up Spell Pierce turn 1 for the Aether Vial.
Sure.
Force of
Especially
Will
on the play.
Force of Will, you pretty much are just want to hit Gideon. So you probably trim a few Force of Wills in the play, and I would keep in my Spell Pierces.
Mm-hmm.
Spell Pierce, you can, even if you don't Spell Pierce the early Aether Vial, you can disenchant it, and then you can Spell Pierce later on. So that's what I would do.
Lillian Bender, thanks for the follow. Glad to have you here. Hope you're enjoying it.
And from Steve's side, I think Steve is just going to go big with some Planeswalkers. Probably some number of Gideons.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And probably a Council's Judgment. Yeah, I think you're going to see Steve probably have 2 to 3 Council Judgments sleeved up at this point.
Right. Well, looks like these guys are actually playing. We're seeing a Surgical Extraction on the SPN
that's
stage.
not a Surgical Extraction. That's an Unmoored Ego.
Oh, it is. That is an Unmoored Ego.
That's a turn 1 Unmoored Ego. Oh, no, turn 2. Is it turn 1? No, it's turn 2.
I think it's...
He's got a Mox Opal.
Turn 2. Turn 2 Unmoored Ego.
Interesting.
Okay. Well, there's another new card making some impact.
Yeah.
So it looks like Paul's hand is
Ancient
Run,
almost doesn't matter.
double crop rotation, gamble, Ancient Grudge, and that's it.
Gosh, the idea he can just Ancient Grudge 2 lands is just insane.
Legacy All-Star
Yeah, right.
Unmoored Ego.
It's like a joke card.
All right.
You want to switch back?
Yeah. Make sure that we catch the full game here.
Okay. Looks like both kept. Again, Stoneblade. Stoneblade doesn't mull a lot, so if he's just got some lands and a Stoneforge and a cantrip, that's hand's perfect. Looks like we see a Force of Will. It's still very important to deal with the Aether Vial. Even if you have to 2-for-1 yourself to get the Aether Vial, it's probably worth it. Okay, that's not good.
Looked like Jeff had Force of Will, 1 blue card, and pretty much all lands.
I may have
couldn't
kept
see
it.
what that blue card
I
was.
may have kept it. You gotta understand the fact that you run 8 cantrips, 4 Stoneforge. That's 12 really good life draws.
Sure.
So I would have kept it. And when I play Blue-White Stoneblade and I play USA Stoneblade, I keep almost every hand. As long as it's not 7 lands or 6 lands or no lands, probably keeping it if it's got some sort of good mana base. Because, you know,
yeah. With
kind of how the
matchups
deck
that are so
plays.
resource dependent
Yeah,
as well.
exactly, too. Because now we're down a card, and, like, one thing about keeping your forces in on the play against a matchup like this, if we do get in a situation where you have to force, you kind of look at it as your mulligan took a card away from you and your force takes away a card from you.
Sure.
You're all of a sudden 3 cards down. It's pretty significant. It's almost like you felt like you're 3-for-1 on that, you know.
All right, well, underway. First turn Vial.
Brainstorm. And it's from Brainstorm. He's gonna. Yeah, I guess I've made it popular to ridicule this play, so I'm gonna defend the end of turn brainstorming. I mean, this is a play that's fine when you have multiple cantrips, especially against a D&T deck that runs Thalia, where eventually your cantrips are gonna feel pretty bad. So you know, if Jeff feels like he can really take over the game by finding a Stoneforge, and he has extra cantrips, it's a fine thing to brainstorm here.
Yeah.
So
Jeff also knew the top card of his library, I think, off of Scry.
yeah, interesting. I think he's got a Containment Priest. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Containment
Yeah,
Priest.
Containment Priest is
Pretty
good. Until it gets Flicker Wisp.
Activate for 0 on the on the Vial.
I infamously had one of my Delvers get Flicker Wisp while I had a Containment Priest out.
Ooh.
Oh, I think that's okay. Him playing that off of 1 land is kind of telling.
This priest is going to do some work, I think.
This is something that's kind of interesting. I kind of think I would have played it main phase. Because now on your turn,
So
you're just
now
going to
he
wait
can
around.
A second Mother of Runes.
Well, no, because, okay, so Jeff plays the Containment Priest in his main phase, right?
Yeah.
So now when Steve goes to play Mother of Runes, the Aether Vial's turned off. Now Jeff can take his turn 3 and actually do things. But now Jeff's going to be just waiting for the Aether Vial to activate. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because, like, you're not really... Containment Priest isn't a card where it's killing a card. It's not removing a card, basically. It's stifling one. See, now this looks pretty, ironically, really good.
Yeah.
But you could even see this, right? Containment Priest on the board. And then if Jeff had, like, a Stoneforge Mystic, you would almost think the game would be over. So Jeff kind of, like, took a turn off to almost do the getcha play. And we're going to see.
It's looking like it might work out. We'll see.
Well, Steve had, okay. So Steve had 2 Caracases.
Here's this second Mother.
Disenchant. That's a good draw. There's no doubt about it. You disenchant.
Yeah, you've got planes and
You
you've
have
got...
to keep disenchant up. I just don't see a will where you're not. He's got the planes. I like that because it's Madness Assembled. My play is I'd ponder off the Tundra and hold up disenchant. That's what I would do. Jeff's basically looking for, at this point, he's got Sword of Fire. Well, I think at this point Jeff needs to be looking for basically just a True Name.
Sure.
Or even a Jace, actually. Build up the mana and cast a Jace. Then he's just going to run away with a Jace. Just brainstorming every turn.
Looked like Jeff also had Snapcaster in hand.
He does. He absolutely does, yeah.
Any consideration to trying to free up your mana a little bit and just going after the Vial?
I would disenchant at the end of Steve's turn or in response to Sword of Plowshare. we're gonna disenchant while the Containment Priest is on the board.
Sure. Yeah.
It doesn't seem great, but with Steve missing land, it leaves no room for Steve to get out under this. Okay, now we're probably gonna hold the disenchant.
Yep. That changes.
And that's why we waited till the end phase.
Yeah.
Because we had to see Steve had to make 2 plays there. He had to have another land drop.
Yep.
Which he was missing, and he had a Stoneforge. So
Grabs Batter Skull. I know that Jeff has at least one more land in hand, Tundra, and
disenchant and Council's Judgment.
yeah, and Snapcaster. Right?
We've always discussed it. We actually get pretty good FNMs for Modern. I mean, we infamously had like an 80-man FNM. I remember that. Just it's kind of one of those things where we've never had like a huge following. Our online following has always been kind of legacy, so we've never, it's always been one of those things where like the people who already follow the stream,
Yeah.
probably would feel almost kind of awkward watching it. But we've talked about it. We probably should at some point. If we had a bigger Modern tournament, we definitely would. If we had like a 1K or
We've
2K.
definitely done it with the team trio things where there's a Modern player playing that, and I believe there's a larger tournament that they streamed as well.
Yeah, I guess the answer to the question is we'll stream Modern when we have bigger tournaments, but regularly on a weekly basis, we've kind of stuck to Legacy.
Yeah, at least for now.
So he Council's Judgment a Mom. That's interesting. Flicker Wisp.
Oh.
Yeah, now the vial's turned on. It's gonna be
In for 1. Vial activates. Recruiter.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jeff's position is looking a lot harder now.
It's almost Blue White Stoneblade takes the role of the control deck here, and it's almost as if we're in the same spot as we were before. As Steve's building his base up, and his base involves creatures.
Yeah.
Jeff needs a wipe.
I wonder if that Council's Judgment was a little too greedy.
I didn't like it. I think I still would have kept it the disenchant, because then in response to the Flicker Wisp, we can disenchant.
Yeah.
So that's my opinion. I think 2 moms is still 1 mom too many.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's like there's no reason to kind of like stimmy the bleeding when your other leg's bleeding too.
Sure.
You may as well just drawing the Force of Will just looks really bad here.
Yeah. Jeff thinking, where was that last turn?
Gosh, you didn't even have another blue card for it. That's the part that's bad about it.
Does he not have Snapcaster? No, he doesn't, does he?
Yeah, he must have brainstormed it. Or is it the 3rd card?
I think he does.
Okay, that's the 3rd. Yeah, but you don't want to get rid of your Snapcaster. In all honesty, I almost want to just snap Brainstorm into turn or snap Ponder.
Yeah.
I kind of like snap pondering because I don't want to brainstorm lock myself.
Yeah, I could see a snap ponder. It's like he's gonna disenchant.
I don't like that.
I'm not sure I like that. You know the Batter Skull's in hand. You've got the Containment Priest in play.
Yeah, I guess yeah, I don't either. I kind of just think Jeff's kind of got kicked to the ground a little bit by that 1 play, and now he's just trying to maneuver back a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think the 2 plays in question are the Council's Judgment on the Mom and then the Disenchant on the Aether Vial.
Sure. Alright, so here's Sword.
Yeah, because this is where you want your Disenchant,
Yeah. That's gonna be... This gets rid of the
then it's gonna kill the
Priest.
Containment Priest, yeah. I mean, you can Snapcaster again, but...
It's not looking good for Jeff.
It's not. Supreme Verdict would be a good draw. It's like I've been saying that, like...
It would be a great draw. There's a Gideon.
Gideon's just going to be too late, though.
Yeah, I think you have to Snapcaster Ponder and dig.
I think you do too.
This is pretty much the last turn you have to dig. There's 9 damage on board.
It's Snapcaster Brainstorm. That's could be fine.
In for 5. Ponder digs you deeper, but
He's gonna disenchant it to save damage. It's not terrible. If you inevitably are gonna draw Supreme Verdict anyways, this is the better play.
yeah.
Like if you knew Supreme Verdict is on top of your deck. Oh, Gideon would be really, really.
That's a Gideon.
Jeff can't force it. That force was a Spell Pierce.
Yeah. That force was a Spell Pierce.
Be good. That's kind of the difference. Is that's why a lot of people look at Spell Pierce and say, I can't Spell Pierce Mom, I can't Spell Pierce Recruiter, I can't spell. But like, you know, when you're on the play, you're gonna Spell Pierce Aether Vials early on, or you're gonna Spell Pierce Gideon late game.
I can definitely see it being a play draw thing.
Yeah.
But
with Jeff drawing a land, I think this is just about over.
yeah,
Not too sure why he plussed with Gideon.
yeah.
Maybe he's just gonna make an emblem next turn. I don't know.
He might.
I would have just made a guy. Gideon's kind of like one of those cards where it's just like you just make guys. Like if you just make a guy every time, you'll never go wrong.
Yeah.
There are times where you can kill Jace by plussing, but I think we'll see the emblem here. It's the only way I can think of him doing that, just not getting advantage off the bat.
It's lethal either way.
Yeah.
It's lethal with an attack. It's lethal with an emblem.
His worst nightmare is like Jeff goes Supreme Verdict, and then he attacks with Gideon and he gets Swords to Splasher.
I think we froze.
Let's just
That's
switch.
a good time.
Let's switch the other man. Oh,
I think we all froze. Okay. Well, let's see if we can unfreeze things.
yeah. So it's probably over. Because sorcery, but I think he uses the Containment Priest as a sorcery, plays it kind of on his main phase. I think he disenchants that one turn, and maybe it goes a little different. Okay, well we'll just watch this one, because we'll assume the other one's over. So they can see this one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, look,
Should
we're
be able
frozen.
to. Yeah, I'll see if I
Oh,
can get
Jorgensen
that
says his ears.
your ears.
Does it still hurt, Jorgensen?
Too loud, too soft? What's going on?
It may have been while you were doing that.
That could be, yeah.
Yeah, let us know, Jorgensen, because I couldn't tell if it was during that whole shindig or not. Yeah, let's just watch this lands one. We can play with it during the break, or if you want to try it.
I'll try a few.
Yeah, I think it was when he was messing with
Yeah,
the
it could
USBs. Yeah, so Remy's got him at 1. Interesting. Yeah, our camera's frozen. You gotta unfreeze that camera.
1 sec. One by one. There we go.
There you go. Cool.
Alright, I think we've got all of our
Is there any
matches
ways we
back.
can like deactivate the cameras while we're like in between rounds? Do you think that'll help the stress of it?
I don't know. I'm tempted to say if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I
but-
talked to someone and how they diagnose it kind of made sense to me in layman's terms.
Mm.
That it's just too much stress, and it's just like aware. Basically, it's just like we've been doing this so long and we're running it through one USB basically.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
so it's one of those things where
I
it's
could
like
see it being too much.
we got to give it like a break, you know.
For sure.
So which one are we on?
We're on this one.
Okay.
Which is not.
The most boring deck in the world versus Tezzeret.
We don't know what the score is in this, but this looks to be a different game from the one that we saw earlier.
True. Actually, I don't know. Remy had 2 Volta Whispers.
He did.
Yeah.
He's got
Maybe
3.
it's not.
Actually.
He's got 4 actually.
4, actually.
Yeah.
This might be the same one. All at 1.
Yeah, but Remy doesn't have really any reach.
Yeah. If Remy has like a Tez or something like that, he could potentially get it to a point where it can down tick.
I think the
but-
Talus Tracker and the Thrun would get to it.
Mm-hmm.
And with Talus Tracker, I think he's just gonna run away with it with Silver Library.
Maybe Ensnaring Bridge or something off the top.
Yeah.
Another artifact land.
Well, that's a big construct.
Yeah, it's pretty big. But this
Thrun's gonna hold it back.
Thrun's going to hold it back, and eventually the tracker will outpace it. Looks like there's a Tabernacle in play as well.
Mm-hmm. Remy's got 2 Mox Opals and a City of Traders in his hand.
Ouch.
Playing on not having anything. I think that's an Antiquities War.
That would be a start.
I know Lance players are playing Pyroblast now, so it's not necessarily. I mean, yeah, actually it is, because they can. All these artifacts just become something, right?
It would take 3 turns, but yeah.
Pyroblast is
Or
going to
2
be
more
easier because, like I said, they are playing Pyroblast now. I like this draw of Baleful Strix, right?
Strix is good.
Yeah. Yeah, almost like he says, "Yeah, I know I'm getting this one." So yeah, Baleful Strix.
Yep, there you go. Draw another card. It's like Paul's gonna crop rotate.
Yeah.
Wonder what he's gonna get. It's in response to the Baleful
So
Strix
Thespian
trigger.
Stage got removed from the deck. So
Yeah, if this is that same game, for sure.
maybe Mazavith? I feel like that's a little premature. Maybe Cabal Pit, maybe?
Could be.
I think
Cabal
Cabal
Pit.
Pit. Or Barbarian Ring, not Cabal Pit.
Barbarian Ring.
I'm thinking of Aggro Loam. Oh, Wasteland, okay.
Okay.
One thing that Wastelands do here is they kill the 5/5 creatures. So
Yeah, it kills some artifacts.
I
for
think
sure.
the reason why you saw Paul do it then is because of the crop rotation, just the likelihood of it being forced. And of course Paul has the Pyroblast, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll keep 1 in check.
It's just gonna kill the Antiquities War.
Punishing Fire. Rebuy. And Wasteland. So the other thing that these Wastelands are doing, they're shrinking the construct a bit. Looks like it's currently a 7/7 still.
There's 2 Punishing Fires. horrendous. This is
It's kind of hard to keep track of what's
just,
what's going on here.
it's like parking the
tap-
bus. You ever
tap.
heard the term parking the bus in soccer? Basically, is the most boring, uninteresting, tactically lame, and limp way to play soccer. And I can't describe lands a better way than just parking the bus and playing limp and lame. That's what I think this is. You can hear that?
Looks like Remy's got some more stuff going on. So another Strix, Tormod script. I might be able to get rid of the loam if Paul doesn't have a
I think he does.
answer.
I'm pretty sure he does. At this point, I think Remy just got to rip like some one-off spell that happens to like make Paul lose a life, like a Vapor Snag or something. Yeah, I can't. See here. I used to, yeah. Remy's outs are kind of narrow, right? It's another Antiquities
Yeah, yeah.
War. I think is the only one I could think of. Is if as he's Antiquities War and building up his artifact count, that could get through, right? One artifact getting through is
Yeah,
gonna win.
probably. I'm trying to think if he's playing anything like. I doubt he's playing like Doctor Sword or anything like that.
Yeah.
Another Karn would go a long way.
Yeah. 2 Punishing Fires and a Dark Depths on the wall.
Ooh. All those have a lot of Punishing Fires. Keep that Wasteland train rolling. Looks like the construct is down to a 5/5.
Okay. I almost want to attack with the construct this turn.
Oh, it just gets blocked by Thrun, right?
Yeah, but then he has to gain some life. I don't think you're blocking up the construct no matter what anyways, right? You can't block a Talus Tracker anymore.
Yeah,
You gain yourself 1 life.
I guess.
Oh. It froze.
Oh.
I can tell. They went from being very animated to
They all froze. Alright. Well, watch your ears. We're gonna try to
I just won't say anything for a second.
try to fix this. Wonder. That didn't work.
You know what? You know what we should do? Why don't that match looks pretty much over, right?
Yeah.
We have like a we'll be back screen where we like take a break.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be back. We're gonna take a break, reset the stream. Round 2's over. We're gonna just make sure the stream's gonna be good to go. So when we reboot it back up around 3, we're not gonna have any issues. So we'll be back in 15 minutes, right? Let's do that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
We'll be back in 15 minutes. All right. We are back. Hi.
We're back.
We are back.
The cameras are refreshed. They're feeling good.
We're waiting for pairings for the next round,
yeah.
and
And we're looking forward to eventually not having to do this.
Yeah, exactly. We've been talking to Brian, and Brian's going to get us sorted with some new equipment, and hopefully we can get things back to the way that they were.
You know, I asked Brian to make Paragon great again, and Brian said he's committed to it. So I think that's some good news. That's about it. So we got Steve versus Paul. So D&T versus Daxes. And we got Calvin versus Kevin.
Okay. So some Blue Painter versus... What's Kevin? What's
Kevin's
Calvin
on Blue Painter, and Calvin's on Grixis Control.
Grixis Control, okay. Well, I think we should go there. See some Blue Painter versus.
You think so?
Control.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I think the 22 people who are watching the stream and were watching the downtime too.
True.
19. Oh, 3 of them just left after they said that.
No more downtime. We're out of here.
They like a stream just to be quiet. Yeah, this is I think this matchup's like really favored in Calvin's favor, right? Because you've got Hen Disruption and Dotsies and him the Torok.
Yeah, you'd think so.
And you have Snapcaster Recurrent. You've got K Command. You've got Bolt and Fatal Push. Then you have Pyroblast out of the board. I think Kevin's probably best strategy is to go the wide way with Antiquities War in game 1. And in game 2 and 3, he just got to squeeze through the combo. Because at that point, Calvin's going to have access to Pyroblast.
Looks like people are sitting down.
So
we're gonna want to be over
Calvin's
here.
got the Eldrazi man, yeah.
So we'll get people over. And we've got Calvin on Grixis.
Vintage and Sons. No.
I'm going to inform them that whoever loses this match has to quit Magic forever.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Let's make it hard Calvin, hey, to make this game more interesting, whoever loses this match has to quit Magic forever. So just keep that in mind when you're playing. And, yeah. Not you guys. You guys are exempt from that. Just these two. So, yeah.
Hey, how's it going, Venomous?
Selected your deck tonight. Did you hear that? So, what? You can keep them. Yeah, it's the worst. Calvin, so keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. We did a poll, a fan vote, who they think would win. It was 74 people voting for Kevin to win, and 2 people voting for me to win, and one of the guys says he pressed the wrong button. Yeah. Those are real polls. Like
we've got 10 people here tonight, and it's pretty diverse meta. We've got Grixis Control, 2 D&T, Food Chain, Stone Blade,
two Mardu Arclight decks.
Lands, Tez, and that's it.
We had our typical mishmash of weirdo decks. We're missing the people though. We need more people.
Definitely could use more people.
Yeah, we're gonna get back up to 20 soon though.
Yeah. It is not 1-0. It's not the second round. We're on the third round.
So we kind of overcapped this match, but I think it'll be kind of fun to see if Kevin can go wide with that kind of size strategy. So it'll be interesting. I would put my money on Grixis pretty heavily here, especially with Calvin on the play.
I'd imagine this plays out kind of similarly to the Pyromancer, the Mardu Arclight matchup.
Yeah.
In terms of, it's just kind of a grind that Kevin has to get underneath. He has to be able to get his combo out quick. Yeah,
it makes sense. I don't blame you. It's it's interesting you say that because I think sometimes when we have less people, it dilutes the meta a little bit. So yeah, it's something I think as a community we're actually starting to talk about a little bit more. So I feel your pain, and just so you know, your pain's recognized because you're not the only one who feels that way. But yeah, so you're right. To answer your question, you're absolutely right, except there's a big difference. Calvin's got blue, so he's got sorting and filtering and card advantage.
Yeah.
And so it's just imagine being the deck stacked against you, and then all of a sudden they just add a whole another layer to it.
Yeah.
So, but again, sometimes you catch your opponent, with your pants down.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as you see his hand, Calvin's already got 2 lightning bolts.
Like Kevin has Painter.
So this is the thing with this. I think Kevin recognizes this too, and I think he's just saying to Calvin, you know what? Like, I'm gonna put my big boy pants on. I'm gonna go for it.
Yep.
Interesting. He played it off the city, which kind of makes me think that he is just gonna him the Torok. So Calvin doesn't have a force of will. So if there's a grindstone in Kevin's hand, he'll win. He'll just win the game. So. 3. So this is him to Tupac, right? Well, that's neither, because Wasita Cyanide still sees it through, right?
I think he needs one more mana source. It doesn't look like. Let's see. All right, 3.
Psy.
There's Psy. Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't think he has the combo. Yeah.
Okay. But he's kind of diversifying, and Calvin's off of red.
Yeah.
He doesn't have red right now. Calvin does have a Ponder in his hand, I believe, and he's got a Snapcaster.
Sai is definitely a strong threat here. In for 1.
So the cards that Kevin lost, what he lost in Honor City of Traders, which is okay, and he lost
the
Mox
Opal was kind of big, but
it was big because of Sai.
Yeah.
You almost are okay with it.
Looks like Kevin has a backup Painter in hand,
which isn't bad. This is going to be the big draw here. If Calvin finds a fetch, I almost feel like he just pulls away. And I believe I saw a Bloodstained Mire. One thing that the blue Painter deck definitely misses, as it's a little bit more versatile and more resilient,
sure,
misses Blood Moon.
Yeah.
And as much as Calvin has the Swamp, it's just kind of evident in that.
Yeah, Blood Moon definitely does a lot in the Painter type of deck to kind of allow you to disrupt your opponent in multiple ways and have multiple things that they have to answer that aren't your combo.
Yeah, my only thought with the Antiquities War is it's bad against Pyroblast, and Pyroblast being such a heavy elite good card, it's hard to value cards like that.
Sure.
In a lot of ways, it's like why Jace is very good, but the reason why it's not insane is because of that. Is because you can be Pyroblasted.
Looks like we're going to see a second him here take away the rest of Kevin's
him to
hand.
Tupac. Yeah.
And Kevin's going to Tormod's Crypt just to make sure that Calvin doesn't have any Gurmag Anglers coming.
I think that's fine. I actually don't mind that. Calvin's got to... Because in a way, Kevin's drawing just artifacts that are cheap.
Yeah.
Are going to do something.
He's drawing pretty live.
I mean, he's swinging. I mean, Calvin's taking some damage.
3 a turn currently.
Calvin does hit the other bolt, and he's got 2 bolts in the Ponder. So I think Calvin's just gonna fold. I mean, him twice. I just don't see a way that Kevin's gonna recover from that. There's another Snapcaster Mage. I mean, there's a Snapcaster Mage. It's almost as if now inevitably is just kind of setting it. This kind of, and you can kind of see what your comment is about it's kind of similar to the Mardu deck.
Sure.
But this is where Calvin gets to now
the
really
card
pull
selection
ahead.
really starts.
It's he closes the distance a lot better because he gets to find his things and arrange his mana, and he gets to leave a gap and run away with it a lot better because of the cantrips.
Well, here's a spell bomb. That's going to be good enough for another token.
Calvin with his Amazon hat. Probably a big fan of Jeff Bezos.
We're going to see a Bolt on Painter.
Okay.
Worth noting, Sai is a 1/4, so
Can't be
Bolt
bolted.
alone won't do it.
What he can be, though, is Snap Bolted.
Yes, yes, it can.
And I believe next turn we will see the Snap Bolt. If I'm Calvin, so Calvin obviously I think is debating fetching. Ooh, gosh, I almost feel like it's because I hit the table.
Let's see if
Is
we
the
can
other
get that
is the
back.
other one around on?
Nope.
No, that's everything. We're
Alright.
still alive over here. Well, I'm just. Should I just narrate the game and I pretend like what's happening?
Sure.
Calvin's shuffling.
Okay. Calvin shuffling. To overhead.
Deactivate.
Activate. Activate.
There you go. Okay.
There's that one.
And then, oh, God, my
I do
frozen.
this on all three.
Should we just leave that one off?
Do you think it'll help?
Yeah. Let's leave. Oh, yeah. We're experimenting, right? We're making this work. Let's put the backup cam on, though.
Yeah.
There you go. Cool. Okay. Let's back at it. Okay. So what did we miss? We missed the Snap Bolt play, right? Which we kind of predicted that killed the Psy.
Sure.
And then Calvin dropped the Lily on the Veil, which is going to clean up these Thopters.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly what Calvin needed to kind of get this game under lock.
I don't even think he Snap Bolted. I think he just actually played Liliana and bolted, which is just as good.
Yeah. Yeah, Liliana able to really keep this board tidy.
Well, we're still good in the back.
I think we froze again. I wonder... shoot. Alright, well, let's try this again. Alright, so those are in. Activate. There's a thing. And this one. There's a thing.
Okay, round 2.
And this one.
I'm gonna stop having dumb expressions over here.
There's a thing.
Cool.
Alright.
So Kevin's trigger maging. The one thing is Calvin's kind of getting low on resource. Well, he's getting Walking Ballista. It's kind of interesting. I guess you just can't get anything else. I'm surprised we maybe don't see. Well, Calvin's got the Snapcaster, so it almost doesn't matter.
Hopefully we didn't blow out your eardrums.
And if they did, you can get new ones. The eardrum store. Yeah, I think
the inevitability creep is basically here. Calvin just got to determine how he wants to win the game.
Yeah, definitely. It seems like Calvin is in a spot where he should be able to win this game hands down. Like, this Ballista might be able to take care of Liliana if Kevin gets one more mana source.
Yeah.
But
But I just don't think it's going to be...
it's probably not enough. Yeah. Calvin's life total is also high enough that it's probably not going to be likely. And here we see Colgan's command. That should probably take care of things pretty nicely.
Yeah.
Interesting. I half expected Calvin to just go after a mana source.
Yeah. I wonder if he just kind of... I don't know. If he go off of... make him discard and go off of Sea of Cyanide. Or you could just... Yeah, I think I would have destroyed Sea of Cyanide and killed Drinker Mage.
Yeah.
Because the Mox Opal gets way turned off. Can't even cast Blocking Ballista at that point with Island and Mox Opal.
Mm-hmm.
He's got Fatal Push in his hand, so that's going to present any painter play. He's got Snapcaster, so we're going to see another cool... I mean, we very well see the Sea to Cyanide get destroyed. I think Calvin, in response, will Snapcaster.
Snapcaster Colgan's.
Discard, destroy Sea to Cyanide.
Yeah, I could see that. He could also just...
Fatal Push.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I even said he had Fatal Push. I like to see the Snapcaster play here.
Yeah.
Oh, what is he doing? Is he just bolting? Oh, he's brainstorming.
Snap Brainstorm.
I would have Stone Rained him for sure. I really like that play when you brought it up.
Yeah.
Because it really kills two lands.
It does,
Mox
yeah,
Opal,
yeah.
I mean, even if Kevin draws a land, it doesn't turn on the Mox Opal. So
Right.
I like it a lot. Oh, wow. Okay, that's him, the Torok number 3. Antiquities War and Walking Ballista.
Oof.
At this point, we're on the railroad to a Liliana ult pretty quickly. That's about it.
Yep. And, yeah. I think that's about it for this game.
I don't think there's anything. I think we're going to see Kevin concede here because I don't think there's anything he can do. Or not.
Kind of surprised he's played out this far, but obviously I don't know his full deck. He might have something that he's trying to play towards.
Yeah.
Things are looking pretty rough, though. Another island for Kevin.
We're just going to see, like I said, the Liliana. Even if the Baleful Strix and Snapcaster could probably get the job done, but Liliana is just going to... Calvin's got four. He's got
Calvin
Hardcast
with
Force.
Yep.
I think he's just going to pass the turn and just say, hey, this is what I got.
Can you beat the board? Well, there's a Grindstone.
It's going to get forced. Even if he has the combo here, it's going to get forced.
Sure.
And he doesn't have enough mana to activate it.
Grindstone is fine. Kevin would need, like, Painter into Painter and have nothing on Calvin's side.
Well, Calvin's going to opt to pull. This is where the K command is going to happen.
Yeah.
Who's going to kill it and discard?
Grindstone in response.
There's some world where he kills. It's got to be the same color, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so lands don't count. Lands count as colors?
Lands are colorless.
So this doesn't stop with lands?
Yeah.
There's no way like you go like land, ponder,
No.
bolt, live some strange dream.
That would be wild if you could do that, though.
I can't.
You're saying.
I said, no, this game is so over.
Yeah. Alright, looks like Kevin's going to pack
I'm
it
too
in.
nervous to move to the next camera because of our camera issues.
Yeah.
But, okay. Okay. Is it? What about, oh yeah.
Real low again.
How about now, Jorgensen? That's fine.
It was through the roof a minute ago, so
yeah,
it's kind of hard to figure out. You can try to make it work. Yeah.
Boom.
How's that?
Yeah,
Better?
that's a lot better. Yeah,
Okay.
you can tell already. What's the other match? Oh, this looks stupid.
Yeah, we've got lands things going on and D&T things going on. File on 3.
Gosh, D&T's at 4, huh? That makes me think they took like a merit lage hit.
It might have. Doesn't look like a ton
He's got a
of...
sword on that Flicker Wisp. 2 moms active.
Yeah. There is a Dark Depths in the yard.
Usually we could probably fix the volume a little better, but like I don't want to mess around with it too much with the way the cameras have been.
Yeah, there's just too much stuff for us to try to fix today. As long as we're up and running, it's about as good as we're gonna get.
Here comes the bus. Bus is rolling in. Barbering. I actually like D&T. I've never played it myself, but like I actually think it's like a pretty cool deck.
Yeah, D&T's kind of a cool deck.
It's like kind of the nature of they all work together. Like all the cards kind of alone aren't that powerful, but they just get so much better with each other.
Sure, yeah. I'm sure when Wizards printed a 1-mana 1/1, they didn't think it'd be Legacy playable
Oh, so that's
in
it.
2018.
So Steve gets him.
All right,
Sanctum Prelate on 2.
there you go.
Puts a flattens the tire of the bus and marches on.
Score 1 for D&T.
Yeah, it's an interesting match. D&T actually got some decent game against it just because of the nature of them, like, kind of being able to line up with everything, right?
Yeah, you would think that D&T would get preyed upon by lands.
Mm-hmm.
Just if you were thinking creature deck versus lands deck's gonna eat them alive, right?
Yeah.
They've got Punishing Fire, they've got a fast combo kill, they've got all these things, but D&T is actually pretty resilient.
Yeah, no, absolutely it is. Card, especially if they've got the Aether Vial plays with like Flicker Wisp and stuff like that, and Sanctum
Sure,
Prelate.
yeah.
Sanctum Prelate on 2 is just really good.
Mm-hmm. They're able to do some tricky stuff to get around like mazes and get around all sorts of crazy shenanigans.
No, absolutely.
So.
Let's see, these guys, everybody sideboarding. We've seen a lot of Psy Master Thopterus today.
We have, yeah.
That a lot of Painter Servants.
So if you're Calvin, what are you siding in, and what are you siding out?
Well, you're boarding in 3 red blasts. That's for sure. That's a given. You probably want to cut your Liliana. It's not going to really do anything. Yeah, there's Psy, but you could probably have Toxic Deluge for dealing with Psy, which is probably better. Let's think about what else is in the board. You don't need Surgicals. That gets to stay out. You probably leave the Flusher Storms in. Ensnaring Bridge isn't going to come in.
Sure.
Yeah, I think you're probably just going to lean on your Red Blast. Again, it's kind of like he's going to have to find cards to take out more so than bring in.
Yeah.
So you probably see him shave on the Lilianas, maybe shave on a Gurmag, and possibly shave on. Probably cut the Edicts. Just get rid of the Edicts.
Yep.
No reason to have them. You have just so many answers to freaking what's his name?
Painter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the plan.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. On Kevin's side, I'm not really sure what his sideboard looks like, so it's kind of hard to say what he'd be bringing in.
God.
If he has like Fluster Storms or something like that, it'd be
Fluster Storms
definitely
are
bringing those in.
good. I don't know. See, again, he doesn't have like a Blood Moony effect. His Blood Moony effect is Antiquities War, so he doesn't have like a gotcha card per se.
Right.
I think his most powerful card would be something like Karn, because it's colorless and it's gonna be hard for Cal to deal with.
Sure. Yeah. there's a possibility of some other artifact cards coming in, and
Yeah.
one variety or the other.
Slip Shores. Isn't that funny? That's the card they use. What's the black that they have? Is it just for EE? Yeah, it's just for
Yeah,
EE.
EE and surgical at the board. We know he has surgical on the board, but
I don't think you want to bring in surgical if you're Kevin here. I guess like you could surgical snapcaster target, but
yeah, I don't think I would. It's not enough value. If you had another Tormod's Crypt, I could see bringing that in. I don't think I'd bother with anything like Grafdigger's Cage or anything like that. But
no.
again, it depends on what you have available in your sideboard.
Kevin's got the Antiquities War. I feel like what he's looking, he just needs some sort of artifact generation. You see Antiquities War right on the top.
Yeah.
You see Cal. It's kind of funny the cards that they put in the top. Kevin Antiquities one of Calvin's K command.
Mm-hmm.
It's as if they're like telling themselves, like, I got this. Calvin again has a bolt.
So Kevin looking at artifact land and Tormod's Crypt. Looks like he's going to draw a Tormod's Crypt.
Interesting. I think I would have script. Well, I think he's thinking he needs it for Antiquities War.
Yeah, could be.
Tormod's Crypt's such a throwback card.
Interesting. I don't know. I think I'd keep that in hand.
I guess if Calvin wants the K command, I think you're okay with that.
More I want to keep it in hand for like later in the game when they might have a him or something like that, or a Psy to deal a little bit. But
there's a Hydroblast for the big one. Good.
Yeah,
I think Calvin's got to take Antiquities War. I just don't think this is really a huge thought.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he's got the Pyroblast, and maybe he can take the Spellskite. I don't know.
It's between those two, right?
Yeah. Spellskite's a 0/4, right?
Yep.
I can see him taking this. He's got Bolt, but he's not bolting the mages. I can see that, yeah. Kevin Drew, what is that card? It's not another Tormod's Crypt, is it?
Kevin drew a land.
He did?
Yeah. See.
Display
He left on top last turn.
Can you get an artifact line with Trinket Mage?
Yes.
I like an artifact line here.
Yeah, I think I would.
Or Mox Opal, I don't know.
Mox Opal's probably a little bit better. Lets you hold up Hydroblast this turn. Assuming this doesn't get countered, which...
I think it's fine to red blood. If he's got a Snapcaster, I'm okay with that.
Yep. I think that's fine.
Yeah, so God, he like keeps the card on top. So he does have the Snapcaster. Oh, he's just gonna... Okay, this is interesting. Is he gonna Thoughtseize? Well, he didn't really know.
I could see Pondering here.
I don't really...
I think this is a little hasty, but...
I'm not sure why he did that. This is Tormod's Crypt.
Yeah.
He forgot about it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Alright, well,
okay.
Kevin gets an opportunity here.
I think you do that play still.
Yeah.
Go get the Mox Opal.
The only thing that would have changed that is if you drew a land, right?
Yeah.
Then you'd probably want to run out the Antiquities War.
Yeah, Calvin's got the Force of Will, which I think he's saving for Antiquities War. So now he can play that one, keep up, because he played.
Yeah, yeah. This will be his land for the turn.
Interesting. Where Calvin's looking. It's gonna bring Brainstorm here? Fatal push?
I think he's gonna brainstorm. We'll see.
Then you know what's on top?
I don't think so.
Look how it waited.
He sees brainstorm Strix. Starts off with Thoughtseize. We get to see what that last card is in Kevin's hand.
Meekstone.
Okay.
What does Meekstone do?
I believe Meekstone makes it so that creatures with power
2 or more?
2 or 3 or more?
2 or more.
We'll find out. Don't untap. Meekstone. Power 3 or greater. Don't untap.
Okay. That's kind of weird. Because the Snapcaster and Baleful Strix gets under that.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I could see bringing in this for Gurmag. You know, it's weird. Lily on tokens. I even think about it. Old Meekstone. Meekstone is not showing up. Oh. The old 7th edition Meekstone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was in Summer Magic. I don't know. What does a Summer Magic Meekstone look like? Click on that.
Where is it?
It's right above Revised, the very bottom. Look at the very bottom. Go up, go up. Right? There you go.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh man, look at that. It's see how it's so light?
Yeah.
That card's probably worth way too much money.
Probably.
Oh, that's even have a price listed. Yeah, because if you look at the what does Revised look like?
Unlimited.
Or Revised is right. Do Revised because Unlimited will look weird. Yeah. Yeah. Look at the difference.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
For sure.
Jorgen, so can you buy me a Summer Meekstone? Probably not that much. Probably not that much.
So Kelvin's got Brainstorm and Colgan's Command. We're gonna Colgan's Command, kill and discard.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's always kind of a frustrating feeling, I think, being on the opposite end.
Colgan's Command.
Yeah.
Especially if they have like a presence.
Mm-hmm. They say, whoa, stop on your draw step. And you go, all right, here we go.
That's a pretty good. That's a pretty good draw.
That is a great top deck.
So they're both Hellbent too, and
I believe
playing that.
I believe Calvin has a Brainstorm,
Oh.
but still,
Oh, I'm sure Kevin wishes he could have that card.
yeah.
Meekstone's on the board, right?
Meekstone is on the board.
That could be something.
So, yeah.
I mean, it's hilarious, but it could be. This Brainstorm's gonna find. I mean, it could.
It's a potential 5/5, right? There's 4 potential 5/5s on the board right now.
Yeah, and he's got one more. He's got a draw, and he's got an activation from Antiquity's War.
Calvin's gonna have to dig for something.
Calvin's got. He's got.
Looks like another Colgan's.
Yeah, it sure looks like it. I mean, that'll help. But, you know,
Deal with one of them. So potentially only facing 10 damage.
he's gonna kill one and make him discard in response to the trigger, right?
Yeah, and then he gets a trigger, gets to find an artifact.
Okay, here we go.
Alright, so here's the draw step. Kelvin checking on the timing. The old fetch and pass. Here comes that Culligan's command. Just
Do you not have him discard?
destroy and return a
Delta Strix.
Snapcaster?
That's
Double
good.
Strix?
Do you know which one he got?
I don't.
I want to say, was it Snapcaster? I'm pretty sure. How did Snapcaster die though? I think he got back Snapcaster.
Here's a painter. There's another artifact and another artifact. Okay.
There's Fatal Push.
Fail push is good.
Yeah, this is one of them. So there's Sea Cyanide, a Mox, Chrome Mox, and a Meek Stone, right?
Yeah, I think 4 is not going to do it.
Are
Because
we?
Calvin can get rid of 3.
How can you get rid of 3?
Well, he can block 1 with the bird. He can Snapcaster a Culligan's command and deal with the other and block a 3rd. So he only takes 5.
The interesting thing is he's only going to kill 2, so he'll probably kill the land and the Mox opal.
But they go back to being just artifacts at the end of turn, so...
Yeah, but he's going to get to choose to kill 2, right?
Yeah,
Double
yeah.
Strix and K command.
So, yeah, probably the opal and depending on hand.
I think you K command the draw stuff still, right? Because you destroy the land and then you make a discard.
Yeah, you might want to do the discard.
I think I would have.
I think he might be thinking that he wants to rebuy... No, he can't.
You can't rebuy.
He could if he wants to take 10. But
Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. It may be actually. Go to 1. Kevin doesn't have anything that can like bolt, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward because Kevin's next strategy will probably just to try to paint around the game. So it's like that has nothing to do with life point totals.
Sure.
So I think there's something to this. I mean, Kevin's got to attack with everything, right? You have to present.
You
lethal.
have to, yeah.
Side blast, yeah.
Side blast.
He side blast. I'll buy you a brand new freaking Toyota Tacoma or something.
Alright, here's Snapcaster. Target K command.
So he held back to see the sign.
Yeah, there he did.
I still would have killed to see the sign.
So not attacking with the seed actually, I think, makes it easier for Calvin to make these blocks and then Culligan's command after combat. So kills the land and rebought Snapcaster.
Yeah,
Drew Bolt. Bolt's probably a pretty good thing to have right now for Calvin. It's either gonna quicken the clock or kill a
Planeswalker.
yeah.
Deal with Victor Karn. Oh, okay.
I think this game's over.
The man will close it down. And we will. Calvin, why did you leave up a bulk? Oh. May the records show I would have brainstormed.
Noted.
I brainstorm until they die. I say, you see this? I have 7 cards in the month. What are you gonna do? Why brainstorming people into oblivion is red play always almost. Oh my gosh.
Ponder. Just gonna keep it. Gets the land.
Why don't you just take the shuffle?
I don't know. You wanted that land. That one in particular.
What? He's got a brainstorm. That seems like really loose. I don't know. What's going on over there?
I think Kevin drew Walking
Oh.
Ballista. Could be wrong.
Mitchell. Actually, I just think that's my buddy. I was just kind of thinking. I was like, hopefully he doesn't come and see Calvin doing weird things with his mana. I think it's one of those things where like you're up like 40 points and it's the 4th quarter, so like you put in like the second string guys anyways. And I kind of think that happens a lot in Magic, but like you kind of like in matchups like this, it's almost like impossible to like. I mean, Kevin could just go bang bang painter, right? But
Yeah,
Kevin's
yeah.
got so much gas it doesn't matter.
Sure.
But like in a game where like you're like against like a Miracles deck, all of a sudden they like 8K for 3, and then like Council Judgment your Jace, and they play a counterbalance, and you like run out a Snapcaster, and your Snapcaster gets caught, and you look at your hand and it's like 2 more 2-drops. And you're like, oh crap, and all of a sudden the game's like just you like lose control. Like you can't. It's one of those things where it's kind of. As much as people will probably be like, yeah, this game's so over, like it really doesn't matter. But the thing is, just like you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you're playing with your backups when all of a sudden like your opponent just like turns it around and wins. You know what I
I
mean?
agree. Now we're at a situation where one more Walking Ballista could do it for Kevin. It's probably not going to happen, but
Yeah.
it is a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be pretty hilarious actually.
Here comes that Snapcaster. And Colgan's command.
2. No, yeah, Walking Ballista would just win the game.
Yeah,
Oh wow, yeah, now Walking Ballista for 2 would win the game.
yeah.
No, like Calvin's gonna ask himself like, am I prepared for that?
I think at this point, Walking Ballista is the best draw that Kevin could have. But
Yeah, absolutely. Because Calvin may be loading up on other sorts of removal that, kills the painter combo, which will do nothing against Walking Ballista.
second best would be like a Trinket Mage.
The tough thing about Trinket Mage is he doesn't have enough mana to do both, and he almost wants to be able to do mana to do both. Because leaving it open to Thoughtseize or Commands can be well.
He's 1 mana off.
Yeah, I mean this is really interesting. I like to see Oh, Force of Will. Okay, so now it's over. Now Calvin basically, as long as he keeps Force of Will in his hand, he's gonna win. He's reading the card, so it's probably something weird, which means he probably should keep it on top.
I wonder
Oh,
what it is. Maybe a Sigh or something like that.
yeah.
Oh, we're gonna find out.
Oh,
A spell bomb. Okay.
Calvin reading it again. Maybe he's hoping that he'll use it.
It does give Kevin an extra draw.
Yeah, it's relevant. It'll get through the Jace, right?
Yep.
It doesn't matter anyways.
We know there's a force.
Yeah, with the Force of Will, it just won't matter.
Well, if you're Kevin trying to play through an out.
I'm playing lands out, Calvin. What do you like trying to cast Emrakul? You get some in your hand with roll. You gotta go brainstorm. What's he got? Okay, game's over.
Last chance. Sack draw.
I hope Calvin dropped his
for
mana.
turn.
Wait a minute. Oh darn it! I hope Calvin had 4 mana.
That's Antiquities War.
Close but no cigar. Yeah, man. Anyways, yeah, Flusterstorm and Antiquities War, or Flusterstorm and Walking Bliss. There you go. Maybe one. Or is there like a weird no? Because he decks out.
Yeah.
He's like, there's just like nothing.
No, there's nothing.
And
Unfortunately.
the stream froze on that instance.
Oh no.
Maybe he did it. Maybe he turned around. Maybe he won.
Ay. Everything froze again.
Am I still here? I'm still here. So you're gonna freeze it?
Yeah.
Still here.
Watch your ears, everyone.
Yeah, we're gonna pause the stream.
Okay. Well, that's going to do it for the game. Calvin got it. And we will see you guys. We'll be right back as soon as the next round starts. We're going to let the cameras kind of rest up a little bit, and hopefully we can get everything back and ready. We'll put up a thing here. We will be back in approximately 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, because you couldn't get back the snap.
So we're just waiting for the next round to get going here. Thanks for sticking with us. All right. So another minute or two, and we'll be going into our final round of the evening. We should have our cameras working, should be ready to go. We're just getting pairings right now. It looks like it's going to be Steve versus Remy. And Calvin versus Brian. So Steve on D&T, Remy on Tez, Calvin on Grixis, and Brian on Food Chain. That's not right. There we go. That's a bit better. Let's go. Versus Remy on Tez. Okay.
I don't know what Terry's doing. They sent me in here.
Okay. You can join if you want.
I don't know if he said he was going to come in or not. I got the bye. So we got D&T versus Tez to close it out here, huh?
Yep, and we've got Food Chain versus Grixis on our other table.
Brian and I just conceded to Brian and
Played some vintage.
played vintage
Yeah.
for the last 50 minutes. Played Paradoxical Outcome. That is not a fair deck.
That deck is pretty crazy.
It's so hard to play. We were like, oh, we're just play testing. Gotcha. There we go. I saw your car keys in here, so I knew you were coming back.
No, I'm gonna hang out for a bit.
We've got.
I got the stool. I called dibs on stool.
There you go.
There's a chair back there. I put this stool. So we got a seat into seat against the Mother of Runes.
Kind of a slow start for Tez.
Oh, did we fix the sound again?
Yeah, I think
Very loud table mic.
that was from a while ago.
Oh, okay. Like, am I too loud?
Yeah,
Sorry.
because every time we reset the stream, the mics get reset.
Yep.
This is gonna
So
be
it blows people's eardrums out, and then
I don't force a little this. No reason to.
yeah, I don't think you really care about it.
Yeah, there's not much going on here.
The biggest play is gonna be the Rashad report because it seems like Remy's got a slow hand.
Yeah,
He doesn't
definitely.
have any mana rocks.
No soul lands either.
I mean, if he passes the turn, okay, there you go. Okay.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
Strix is fine.
I
It's
think
like
Karn
Remy's got Karn, yeah,
become. I think we'll see a port activation though.
for sure.
Now this you may
Oh.
force. I think you don't have a choice. I think
Well.
never mind.
Resolved. In for 3, 2 counters.
Because you get to pick off that Baleful Strix, but if this Karn gets down, if a Karn gets down here,
I think you get
That
to
is a
pick
big-
off
that
the
is a tall
Karn
drink
too.
of
Yeah,
water.
you kill the Karn.
oh, you can kill the Karn. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot it's still attached to an attacking creature. Yeah.
And the Karn can make a 4/4 for sure,
That can't block a Flicker Wisp
but
anyway.
can't
so.
block Flyer.
Okay.
Okay. That's okay.
Okay. Do deluge for I deluge for 5,
Yeah,
or do deluge for 3?
it's like Remy's gonna deluge for 5.
He also deluge for 3. No, that's stupid. No.
Now anything that comes off the top is just going to be a horrifying thing out of your nightmares.
Remy's got Force for
Recruit of the Guard.
It's gonna go find the thing that's horrifying out of there.
yeah.
Now, what do you get here? I could see an argument for just getting Mirror Crusader because that presents essentially 2 turn classes over Snowflake Mystic.
Of value. I think he wants to play. It seems like he wants to play at the same turn.
Yeah. Which is, you know, if he knew about the Karn, he could have gotten a Revoker.
Some D&T decks aren't playing with Mirror and Crusader either.
Remy
They
should.
might not have that.
Oh yeah, he might not. Remy, do you force this? Just so he doesn't have a. Well, I guess he's still got a guy and play with the recruiter anyway. So yeah, that's tough.
I think you just try to play a Karn next turn and start making some blockers.
Yeah. I assume that's a sword of
Fire and Ice.
Fire and Ice.
Yeah.
He's also got an Antiquities War.
He does.
I think he's got to play the Karn first, though. Karn would be the token would be a 3/3, right?
Be a 4/4.
Before 4 counts itself, he's got 3 artifact lands.
There's Karn.
Make a guy.
Make a guy.
You guys see me read it? I didn't realize Karn started at 5. I was like, I thought it was at 2.
Always
Yikes.
starts at like 3.
I think you can even throw this token under the bus and just like remove some Jite counters.
Yeah, I think you do.
Just draw more lands out or draw more artifacts out and just Antiquities War.
Remy really just wants this game to go longer. Anything he can do to reach that game point, I think, is where he needs to go. GTA equip.
It's a 5, huh?
It's an effective 5/5. He could swords that token and attack Karn. Looked like he was thinking about it.
Try4, thanks for the follow.
Remy just makes you want to play Pernicious Deed in some deck at some point.
There's a pretty sweet bug deck I want to try. Right, it's got the stupid Cabal Therapy package in it.
Predator's War.
Yeah. Runs like 4 Assassin's Trophy, a Pernicious Deed, Eternal Wind. It runs 4 green Sunzy in it.
Yeah.
Just one of those, just like good value bug decks. Runs 2 J's. Really old.
To get to Assassin's Trophy, it's so expensive.
It seems nuts in standard.
It seems pretty good. Card number 2. Alright.
Definitely make another dude. So he's got 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 6/6s. Unless he has another artifact.
Which he does.
Yeah.
Chalice on 1.
The Swords of Plowshares a response.
Yeah. That's going to be forced.
Oh, wow! That's a...
And a second.
Wow! He's gonna gain 6, which is nice. 7? 6, yeah.
6. Yeah.
So it goes to 18. But that GT is gonna make his life miserable.
You can actually block the GTA this turn, right? Without the construct dying.
2, 3.
Not
4,
when it gets
5.
equipped with a Sword of Fire, nice.
Oh, yeah.
I think we've assembled Voltron here.
It's just missing Banner Skull.
Kill an
Wasteland
artifact land.
artifact
Yeah.
land, yep.
Should he have played the Chalice before he played the new card?
Probably. If that was his line.
Because then you don't force a will and you let it go through and then you just blank the other swords and play out the new card.
Yeah.
I think the Antiquities War is too valuable.
Yeah, I would have wanted to get an Antiquities War down. It's a third card.
Oof.
So, but I just don't think Remy can keep up. He uses Toxic Deluge. I don't think he has 2 of them.
Well, the weird part is, yeah, at this point it's...
Card is not actually an artifact.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Is he debating whether it's his plus card?
So 2 5/5s.
2 6/6s? You got 2
Six.
artifacts left or 3? 2
I think he's got
artifacts. Sorry.
2.
Does he not do some double block thing right here?
That's what I would consider. Double blocking. Does that do it?
It's a 3.
I don't think it does it.
It's a 9/9. Or it's a 9/9. Yeah, I would double block.
It does do it.
He's
yeah.
counting to see if he can do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure double block.
yeah. It'll eat both tokens because he'll lose an artifact from one of the tokens dying, but it trades.
Yeah.
It eats 3 counters off of GT.
I think Steve's now trying to figure out if he can preserve a counter by killing just one artifact, by killing one construct and then letting it die to state-based effects, or even using it in minor. Well, I guess it's the same difference. So
I think he can, right? So it's
he
powers,
counts.
so it's gonna be a 7/7 if he pumps twice.
Yeah.
This thing's currently a 7/7.
He has to use all the
I
counters.
see the counter.
2 hands for safety.
It's still a fine spot to be in.
Yeah,
Like-
well, why does he lose both? Does he lose both?
He
Because
loses both from state based. So 9 power, 10 damage, but he loses an artifact. So the other
there's an
one goes down.
Antiquities War, so
Oh, really?
pretty nice.
Get out of here.
Wow. That's a card.
What's like the most bananas artifact you could get right now?
He's not bad.
You can't play it.
E
on 2 next turn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you make a construct still.
Yeah. E on 2 next turn.
Yeah. E on 2 seems almost insane. Even E on 3 if you play like something like a Flicker Wisp or something.
You bust it here, or you take it? I think you take it. No, because
Depends.
Karn dies.
Depends on what he's attacking.
If he's attacking Karn, I think you let Karn take it. If he's attacking you, I'm actually tempted to not.
Not block.
No, because then you have EE, and then you just turn around and kill him the other way. I think if busts this is tough.
The thing is, like, it's very likely that Steve has a creature in his hand at this point.
3 cards in hand.
It also could be if it's a 2-drop, you probably almost can't play it.
He can't play it, but he can, like, Remy has no choice. He has to get rid of this Jite. And recruiter the guard.
Right?
Yeah. Palace Jailer. Start drawing a zillion cards. He doesn't have to do that, but like that's like he's got that on the table if he wants it.
Or you can even get Flicker Wisp.
Wouldn't he have done that pre-combat and just killed everything? Like
Yeah.
recruiter, Palace Jailer.
Well, sequencing is hard. It really is. I mean,
It is, yeah.
Sometimes you don't see what you should have done until it's too late.
Yeah, for sure.
Remember, you need to stay integrate more into the second EE. I think he goes. It's almost tough.
So if he puts EE on 2, he could draw into a. I don't know.
It really depends what he draws. Well, he's got 2 draws essentially.
Yeah.
So he's gonna get to draw, and then he's gonna get to
Draw into the Antiquities War Trigger
And also, let's not forget that
and a Karn plus.
this Antiquity, all he has to do is not die before the Antiquities War makes 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 5/5s. Plus whatever artifact it draws now.
Currently, 4 5/5s doesn't do it though.
Well, I think he's got an EE on 2.
Yeah.
Steve's really tanking on this one.
If he, but Remy draws 2 artifacts, and all of a sudden he's got 6 5/5s potential.
Yeah. That would
So-
definitely be.
So, like, he draws an artifact. So
Flicker
what do you Flicker Wisping? He could Flicker Wisp.
You could flicker the Chalice. Flicker's
This is just for
Recruiter.
value.
Okay.
Now it's almost tempting to EE on 3. So he can't Flicker Wisp. So he can't Flicker Wisp the Recruiter, the Guard next turn. I just can't see a way out of this for Remy. Mox Opal is a nice start. That's a Master of Ethereum.
That's a land, which is another artifact.
Yep. So he's gonna go land, essentially. Another Antiquities War. Ooh.
You have to E. It's just whether it's on 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I think you have to almost. I don't know.
I think at this point, maybe you're just supposed to do it on 3.
Yeah, the reason he has to do it on 3 is because
Jite's annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Like, next turn you crack in for $1 billion.
yeah,
Like,
Steve's at an effective 29. And how many artifacts does Remy have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The Master of Ethereum. Well,
Yeah, he could get
is
Master.
that
of
another
Fear.
Antiquities Award?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's gonna get another.
He gets like a Mox here. That's another.
It's engineered explosives.
Okay.
So he almost killed. Is he now just gonna try to kill?
I
him on
can't.
the
I didn't
second
even know
one?
he had 2 engineered explosives. Wow.
Let's remind everyone that he forced a will removing Antiquities Award too.
Yeah.
That Karn's gonna die. Stoneforge. Steve's got to make a decision here. He's now realizing that all of his artifacts become 5/5s.
He could Flicker Whisper, which doesn't seem great. Just delaying the inevitable.
He's gonna have another one that goes up to 2, and then he's gonna get to look for 2 artifacts, and he knows he has engineered explosives, so the Jite and Stoneforge aren't necessarily living here.
If Karn lives, then they get bigger.
If Karn lives, he can get that's right, he can get the Master of Ethereum, cast that off, his Ancient Tomb and a Glimmer Post.
Yeah.
But that's not gonna happen.
Karn's down.
So he's got Flicker Wisp and XX, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Stoneforge get Batter Skull.
Good play. I was gonna say you don't want to pass a turn with a detached Jite. So now is that an effective 19 plus 8, which is 27. There's a Chalice.
2 blockers.
That's Stoneforge is going to be able to put that into play too. So now he's
It's
an effective
summoning
20.
stick off of the...
Oh, it's summoning stick. That's right. Let's make sure we keep an eye on that because I didn't see that. Not that Steve probably knows, but
He gets to port one of the lands too.
Yeah, he does.
that's true. Yep.
Remy could EE on 2 before attacking.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
He drew another card in that top layer too. It's like an artifact land. I don't see any other artifacts besides
Artifact
that
land, I
ball.
think it's just totally fine though.
Yeah,
Yeah, just
let's do it again.
he's
next
doing. He's
turn.
gonna attack for 30 whatever 2 turns in a row.
He has to. I think he's got to. He's got to go E on 2.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. That becomes a 5/5 too. Don't.
There's
Oh,
your-
no, okay. I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
please don't put the Baleful Strix out on 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's your EE. Crack.
That's gonna force.
Kill Jite, kill Stoneforge, gain 8 life.
He can't even kill an artifact.
You gotta.
That does.
It's more.
Oh, he can make the Flicker was big enough to be an effective blocker and then gain that much, but
So did he make it into a 9/7?
he took 2 off. That's currently 7.
Alright, looks like
7/3.
he's pumping twice in.
7/5.
Yeah.
So he'll still die of something.
Yeah.
He could
it
trade off, but
trades.
he's
Yeah.
because he knows his other antiquities were. Now you attack with the Chalice.
The answer is
Yeah,
yes.
I think you do.
Yeah, because mom and
You attack with everything. Like
You already
get
used
another
2
one
swords,
next turn.
right?
Yeah. Plus, he had plenty of opportunities to get that Chalice off of one already.
Yeah.
So.
You don't think? Yeah, he used 2 swords. You're right. So we can take 15.
Shouldn't the Flicker Wisp die?
Flicker Wisp.
Shouldn't they trade? Or did he?
Made it big enough to block.
Yeah.
I thought he made it 1 more bigger than 75.
Yeah, then that would make it a 9/7. So.
So Batter Skull, and you can port a land. One, two.
I will be incredibly impressed if Remy pulls this off. Have we seen the card Tezzeret?
No.
He did block. He pumped it up to he must have pumped it up to a 9/7.
Is he gonna name Karn or is he gonna name Tezzeret, I wonder?
Can't name the Antiquities War.
I think you probably named Karn.
Wait, but he just didn't block. Or maybe
Does
maybe
not.
Jorgensen's right. Maybe he didn't block.
Maybe.
Because he took a big chunk of damage there. He decided at the last second not to block, and then took.
Here's another 20 damage coming in.
There's another
Antiquity's got all 4 of them.
He's got another
EE. Oh, EE on 0, right?
EE on 0.
No, you can't.
No.
EE on, no. You
No,
can't,
it's you can't.
No,
well,
no.
it kills the opal, but he doesn't. It doesn't kill his artifact lands.
He can. I wonder. Did Steve name EE on? I don't think he did.
You EE on 0 anyways.
There you
EE
go.
on
Because it
2.
kills your opal, but he has to chump block everybody. And the Battle Skull has to return next turn. And then you just win with Contiguous War again. I would EE on 0 in my opinion. Because you can tap your opal for mana, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
EE on 2 takes care of a blocker.
Yeah. So now, now this kills the other 2 things. Because he has to
10
block.
damage coming across, gain 4, up to 12, down to 2.
It's 20 coming across. Gain 4 is either 12.
No, block.
Yeah, you gotta block. Okay. But now he's out of Antiquities Wars. Oh wait,
He's
no,
got
he
one
hasn't.
in hand.
And the Baleful Strix is going to stop anything from just sneaking through. Wow.
He could just cast the Baleful Strix and attack twice. Oh, I guess he can't because of
Return.
Battle Skull. Yeah.
So he's hellbent.
Hellbent.
Unbelievable.
What an unbelievable game.
Yeesh.
Unbelievable.
Remy has somehow managed to figure out.
Did you draw the 4th Karn too?
No.
What's that other
Another
card?
Antiquities War.
His hands
Yeah,
go
yeah,
up.
Well, at some point, he's just pushing all the.
He's got to run out of
There's no fault.
Antiquities War sooner or later.
Play the Baleful Strix. I would replay the Opal just so you can hold it force level. Yeah.
Oh, he does. Oh, and he can force the Batter Skull on the way back down. Oh, it's an Aether Vial that Steve's got. Sorry.
We're going to see it though, and then if he tries to replay it, it's going to get forced.
This is such a crazy game.
So if he does it, he's doing it. Is he going to do it?
What's that card?
Why is he Violet in?
That card.
What's he doing?
Yeah, there it is.
Whoa, gosh, whoa.
Oh yeah, that's gonna
Whoa.
save. Well, it's not really gonna save his Batter Skull.
I mean, means he just gets to equip.
Another engineer explosive.
Could you imagine? Got Abysso, but he can't pull that.
This signet.
This is a 2-turn clock. Because that's 7 coming across from Thalia. Oh no, 6 coming across from Thalia, so it's not. It's a 3.
So he's going to go to 18. Does Remy have
13, yeah.
No, but then when he blocks on the swing back.
Oh, yeah.
Thoughtcast. That card's so stupid. Should be fair. Not Thoughtcast. Yeah.
What a
Chain 'em
game.
together.
What a game.
Storm
Oh
count.
no.
Oh, he's gotta be he's gotta be tapping 2 lands for all those Thoughtcasts. Shit.
No, he's got. Oh, yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
Trouble in Paradise.
No,
Yeah, that doesn't work.
that doesn't work.
He's got a bill. He's got a Baleful Strix.
All right.
You play the Signet and the Baleful Strix.
Is it not still reduced by affinity? Now I'm actually wondering if that's right.
That's what I was thinking. Is it reduced by affinity? Ooh, that's a master.
Master of Ethereum?
He's a big boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1 second. I'm getting the rolling right now.
All right. Let us know. Additional cost.
What is Jorgensen saying? Or
The spell costs 1 less to cast. It's not like Delve.
Jorgensen asked if it's reduced by affinity. And QC says nah, it's additional cost.
gosh, are you sure?
I'm
It
actually
says cost raisers are applied before cost reducers. It's like pretty clear about this.
so we should go back and tell
Yeah.
him.
Go back
I
and
think,
tell him.
yeah.
I'll explain it to
Yeah,
him.
you explain it to him.
Okay.
So I feel bad now.
Just kidding. There you have it. So Jorgensen is correct.
The cost raisers are applied before cost raisers.
Trinisphere checks last, which is
Yeah.
So thought.
yeah. He might not have to have enough artifacts.
You owe me $30.
Did he have enough artifacts?
Yeah.
Okay.
He tapped his
What's-
ancient tomb to pay for that. You should.
No, I'm not gonna.
All right.
I think the game's over.
They're both basically saying.
Here's a lot of damage coming through.
Oh.
They're all 6/6s. And the Master of Ethereum actually is a 5/5. Too many layers. Whatever. He's
All
like,
right.
that was game 1.
That's game 1.
Alright, I'm out.
Alright,
All
we'll see you
right.
later.
What a game.
That was amazing. I'm pretty sure that we did that correctly eventually. So good game by Remy. What are these comments from the new set? Yes.
Yeah. Crazy game 1. And everybody's shuffling, so we'll stay here. Wow. What an amazing, like, top deck after top deck for Remy to get back into that game.
I mean, he had to literally draw all 4 of his Antiquities Wars. The Trinisphere layers want you to understand.
And, like, 3 Karns and, like, 2 engineered explosives and, yeah.
I don't. Yeah, the once he drew all the Antiquities Wars, drawing the engineered explosives was academic.
Yeah, for
which
sure.
also helped. But like,
Yeah. There's even.
I wonder what Steve named with that Revoker.
Yeah.
He's probably traumatized from like just the constant stream of Antiquities. Where he probably just names like, yeah, you're probably to draw the 4th card, so card.
I mean, I'd be tempted to name Karn.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen Tez out of Remy.
I am starting to wonder if he even has it. That's what I named on my first blind Cabal Therapy of the night.
Yeah.
Like, what did he keep? You know.
Trinisphere layer is much easier to understand. Yeah. I agree.
Trinisphere always checks last. That's right.
Yeah.
That's what I got. That's what we got confused because we thought Thalia always checked last. But
All right. Well, while they're shuffling, kind of switch over,
okay.
and looks like Brian's resolving a living wish.
Yeah, well, he's not getting. Grizzled Rants or whatever. Actually,
Yeah.
it might be a Grizzled Rant. Actually, I don't know what is in his sideboard.
It's like he's getting scavenging ooze.
I think his plan then looks like his plan is just to keep Calvin's graveyard under control and not let Calvin get his value engine of Snapcaster and Kolagon's command going. Keeps him off Gurmag Angler, close out fast.
Yeah. Also allows him to recur his own creatures if they get binned.
Never mind. Oh, there we go.
All right.
Wow.
And Brian, of course, with the perfect force pitch Griffin. All right. Well, I don't want to miss any second of this test match, and they're just about ready
I
to
see
go
a hand. Yep. Looks like Steve started.
after that game one. All right, Vial to start things off.
This is going to be a Chalice. Actually, for Remy's sake, we're to hope this is a Signet. Yep.
That's a lot of mana.
Looks like a Baleful Strix in his hand. That Opal currently does not make mana.
True.
Wasteland on the Ancient Tomb. It's going to make it even harder for him to produce mana.
Like one artifact land and you're right back in there.
Making 2.
Strix.
Why did he take one there?
He has to.
Oh, it's a talisman. It's
not
not
a-
a
yeah.
Signet. Okay.
Vial up to 2. Triple deluge in hand,
Yeah.
and it looked like 2 soul lands.
Yeah. So he kind of just wants. That's gonna name. They can name Mox Opal or Talisman,
Yeah,
but the Mox Opal makes mana now, so really just cutting him off 1. And the Soul Lands are not gonna make a difference. He's gonna be able to deluge for 1 here, and he's got backup deluge for when Steve
Yeah.
thinks it's the only one, and he
that's
pumps 2.
that's the brutal part, right?
Yeah.
Like he's got so many. Like, he doesn't even have to here, but I could definitely see him doing it.
Well, part of it is you only have to do it for 1 now. And that might make Steve think, oh, the coast is clear. He couldn't possibly have like
Sure, yeah,
more
2
toxic
more.
deluges. And he's just
Yeah.
gonna pump stuff into the, and you
Oh,
need
he's
to,
got a Thoughtcaster refill as well.
Yeah.
So
you got to get Steve.
there's a port.
Yeah, she can.
Vial-
Sanctum
oh,
Prelate.
wow, okay.
Now, what's the question is? It's on
Name's on
4.
4. Oh no. And we're gonna
Tap the
port
city.
the city. Yep. Oh man.
The hard thing is you kind of want to. My argument, for deluging there is then maybe he would pump stuff out, you deluge again. But now I think he can kind of think that he can sit back behind the Sanctum Prelate,
Sure.
which means that Steve is going to have a full hand, and a full hand with a Vial in play is just the worst for the person on the other side.
Yeah.
You want them to be drawing off the top of their deck, so you always know what their card is.
Yeah. If I'm Remy,
But now this is going to brick wall that Sanctum Prelate.
for sure. That's definitely a really good draw there for Remy.
I mean, now Steve could have boarded in any number of cards that can stop this Baleful Strix. If he still has Swords of Plowshares in, which I think is questionable. It's hard to keep Swords of Plowshares in against this deck.
Yeah.
You're not winning by trading 1-1 with the Karn tokens. Like,
Here comes a Thoughtcast.
he's got 3 artifacts, so it costs 2.
Pay 2, draw 2. Not a bad rate.
Nope. You don't have to lose any life. It's not even like Night's Whisper. Looks like I see a Karn there. So he might want to clear out this Sanctum Prelate and get Karn down at some point.
Yeah. He's kind of in that awkward spot. He'd really like Steve to commit more to the board, but Steve doesn't have a ton of incentive to commit to the board. The Baleful Strix is a good start to that, but this might be a Recruiter.
That's my feeling.
Recruiter to actually be
Oh,
whoa.
If this is on
Okay.
3, I think the game's over.
That's no Recruiter, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Prelate number 2 on 3. Oh, that is brutal.
And it was off the cavern. He couldn't even force it. Now, there's 11 minutes left. Remy... If I was Remy, I
You gotta
would...
make something happen or figure it out real quick.
Well, he's stopping him from attacking.
Bricked off the board. Thoughtcast for 1. Play a land.
He can, I was just gonna say, Jorgensen,
he could
Engineered Explosives works.
Yeah. He could also just like get to a point where like EE and then Antiquities wore him out, but like that would take some doing. We know he's got at least 2 EE in the deck. Does he have one in hand?
I think that last card in the end may be an E, but he's
Yeah.
trying to figure out. So
Think
it
it
actually
is.
goes 5.
He's 1 mana short of
Being able to use
being
it.
able to
unfortunately.
use it immediately.
So can you untap with it? Oh,
If this is a
Flicker
oh,
Wisp. Ugh.
brutal. Absolutely brutal.
I guess you could go for the 101 win. You know, though, I think Steve just attack with the Flicker Wisp because making Remy trade off a Baleful Strix
Sure.
for the Flicker Wisp,
Here comes Spyglass.
that's gonna name.
Okay. At this
It's
point,
gonna
it
name
should
Vile, but it's gone. That is 100% gone. I think Remy looks like.
should name Abandon Hope at this point.
You know, you can name a card that doesn't have an activated ability, which I find interesting. That's like one of my most terrifying misclick fears on Magic Online.
Oh yeah.
Naming like a sorcery for Pit Needle.
Feels quite bad indeed.
So he went after the Vault of Whispers that time. Interesting. That's a deluge.
Deluge, Karn, Deluge.
Sword of Fire and Ice. That's
Oof.
gotta be
That's,
forced.
yeah. Gotta force. Hard cast. This is a really kind of awkward staring match now.
Yeah. He could Council's Judgment. One of the Strixes. But I guess, and just not attack with the one on 3? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. You don't want to.
There's no need. Like, eventually, Steve will draw.
Oh yeah, Steve couldn't. Yeah,
like,
Steve couldn't cast that because there's a Sanctum Prelate on 3 anyway.
Yeah. Remy has at least one more EE in the deck. I think that's his out.
It would be pretty sick if he could get it down. I mean, because it would also hit the Flicker Wisp.
Yeah, if he had like a collective.
There's
brutality,
the Abyss, but that's a 4.
Drop.
Yeah.
Most of Remy's business costs 4, and most of his removal costs 3. So
Sanctum Prelate letting you take out the higher.
Yeah, so double Karn, Tez. So he does have Tez. Back to the Tomb tab. Handful of uncastables.
They're both waiting each other out, and this is going to be a 101. This is going to be a 101 win for Remy if Steve doesn't. But Steve, look at how many lands Steve has. I mean, he's going to start drawing creatures at some point.
Yeah. I mean, best draw for Steve is probably Mother of Runes.
Yeah.
Or Recruiter into something. Might be even better.
Recruiter to Flicker Wisp and then just overwhelm Remy would be the play. Or Stoneforge Mystic.
That's
get a
great
GT.
one. Yeah. That'll do.
Unless
do wonders.
We don't know what he named. I guess we're going to assume he named. Oh yeah, okay, that was forcible anyway. Yeah, it's weird because Remy's safe, but like can literally do nothing.
Out. Yeah. All right, Palace Jailer.
That's good. He can exile the Baleful Strix
and attack with the Flicker Wisp.
Well, the thing is, if he attacks the Flicker Wisp, Remy would just not block
and attack back.
And get his other Strix back and draw another card that he
become
can
the
cast.
Monarch.
Draw 2 cards a turn.
But I think Steve would be happy with that because that actually forces through damage. Like,
now hold on a second. If you're Steve, do you want him to do that because you can draw? You draw him out.
I don't think you'll draw him out, but
no, like you want him to be the Monarch. He's gonna just draw a bunch of 3s and 4s that he can't cast. Like, you know, he's not gonna do anything with 2 cards a turn except lose the game faster. And the Strix even draws another card. Remy could be the Monarch next turn, as far as he's concerned. Like,
I think Remy still has outs though, so it's not like a complete lock.
He's got another engineered explosives. We saw at least 2 in the first game. I would be highly surprised if he.
On Remy's side, Remy has Master of Ethereum in his deck.
Yep, that's a 3-mana creature.
That would be a pretty good draw.
If he still has Master of Ethereum in his deck.
Sure.
Yeah.
Swords. Okay.
They're having way too much fun over there.
Yeah, they are.
Another Flicker Wisp.
Way too much
Flicker
fun.
Wisp. It's non-creature spells, so he can Flicker Wisp the Palace Jailer, get rid of the other Baleful Strix, and attack for 2, 4, 5. Oh wait, yeah, it's not
Wouldn't it
like
return the...
no, it's you. I know, you until an opponent becomes the monarch.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah,
So it's just gone.
No, once he becomes the monarch, he still gets them back.
Okay.
It's very hard to become the monarch when they take your creature, though.
And no attacks into an empty board?
I think he just wanted to pass the turn. I think they're like, there's 2 minutes left in the round.
Yeah.
Like, Steve needs to attack, though. 3, 6, 8, 10, 12.
2-turn clock. If he really wants to play it safe, 3-turn clock.
I'm very interested in what he might be scared of Remy flashing in to block the prelates. I guess it's just better safe than sorry, and it doesn't change the clock.
Vendilion Click or something? I don't know. Like, there's some other runes. There's Phyrexian Revoker.
I wish there were more cards that were good that gave you the Monarch. Such a cool
Yeah,
ability.
it's a cool ability for sure.
There's the Master of Ethereum.
There's Remy's hand, so 1-1. It's looking like this is going to be a draw.
Yeah.
Let's see if they shuffle up and go for a quick game 3.
Queen Marquesa is an okay card that gives Monarch. It's still a 4 mana, like 3/3. Yeah.
Great.
That's honestly, that's right, Captain QC. Like, so many of these cards, there's so many cards that are cool, but like the colors are odd.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't find a home. You're getting a card to turn either way because you always get. So with Queen Marquesa, you become the Monarch. It's got Death Touch and Haste.
Yeah.
If the opponent's the Monarch, you get a assassin with Death Touch at the end of every turn that tries to steal the Monarch back. The problem with it is just like it's a 4 mana.
Yeah.
Where
It's just
one
not-
black,
yeah.
white, red, and if you can produce that, you can probably just make like a Chandra.
Yeah.
Which we're not Arclay Phoenix, but it's too bad that that card wasn't more competitively costed. Uh-oh.
Oh, we froze.
Well, we didn't. Wait.
Let's see. This might be the harder way. Alright, everyone, watch your ears. Alright, let's see if we can not kill people. Okay.
Looks like Remy had a turn 2 card. I'm talking real quietly because I don't know if the Monarch or the
I think
microphone's
we're
still-
okay now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looks like Remy had a turn 2 card, and that could very well be all she wrote.
weird.
Are we dead? We're gone.
We're gone. But the match is up. We're just gonna stay here.
He's gonna go to the ancient tomb, which is right. So swords gain 3. Oh, and Mom's gonna kill Karn.
Ouch.
Wow. That's not a flavor win. I don't think the mom in the story would have killed Karn. The thing is, he can block Mom, or he can block anything with those Karn tokens, but he just activated a 0 vial.
He's been doing that. Just activate.
Dork.
Always activate. Well, if you're Remy, you probably sided back in your Master of Ethereums if you sided them out.
Yeah.
Those would be great draws.
That's a 3/3 token right now.
Yep, 3/3 currently.
So he gained 4 on the last one because we had 2.
If this is a Flicker Wisp, though, that's going to be pretty...
I don't think he would have hemmed and hawed so much, but he can get a Flicker Wisp.
Basically,
it.
yeah. Prelate's fine, too.
Well, I guess he thinks like Prelate was so good last game.
You could just Prelate on 3 and say, okay. Can you kill me?
Prelate's on
Prelate
4.
on 4, okay.
That just plays into
Well, he just
drew an Antiquity
War.
That plays into a Toxic Deluge, but
yeah,
you know.
I have to imagine they're in turns now. Our timer isn't quite what it is, but it's pretty close.
Yeah.
Like, Alright, Deluge. That's a way to get back in the game. Is it going to be enough, though?
It's a 3 for 2, I guess. If you want to count the token as a thing.
Another Mom.
Oh no, he didn't have to lose the token. I did not realize that.
Jailer, okay.
Wow. Now it's the competition between the Monarch with 2 active vials.
Oof.
And an Antiquities War, which is going to cost him 2 life to make.
I mean, at 15.
Is that the Master of Ethereum? Must be Antiquities War.
Antiquities War. Let's see what he gets. He gets a talisman. Could he cast that talisman? He had 2 artifacts in play. Opal shouldn't produce mana.
Yeah.
So in so Remy draws for
6 minutes overtime. That'll be another turn.
Just let them go. They're pretty close. So Remy got an E.
Whose turn is it? It's Remy's turn.
It's Remy's turn.
But he is no good.
It's just not.
Yeah,
it's
no,
not
I'm
enough,
the
right?
worst,
Like,
yeah.
thinking E on 2.
I guess it gets rid of the Jite and the Revoker, which are probably the two most important cards, but it puts him down to 5. Yeah, puts him down to 5 to do that. No, it doesn't. Because now the Opal makes mana.
Yeah, now it makes mana. Can he crack back with enough damage to... Oof.
He'll do 3 on the way back.
Well, Antiquities War is going off, right? So...
Oh, he's going for the Talisman? I wonder what that... I should have asked what the Revoker was on while I was out there.
Yeah. It might be on Opal. So, I think if Steve has anything to violin, anything at all, that isn't a 2-drop specifically,
He's got a 3 and a 4.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
anything off of Vial, I think he wins on.
Oh,
this
he
side.
loses. He's thinking he loses his Signet if he blows up the engineered explosives.
Yeah.
So he could float mana with the Opal, unless the Revoker's on Opal. Which, based on this sequence, I think it is. I think Remy's... He can't let him untap with the Jite and the Revoker.
I think if Steve untaps with his board, he probably wins. But like whatever happens, this is going to be the last turn either way. Like either Steve kills Remy or Remy kills Steve on the crackback. But so activate Vial. That should do.
Yeah, that's the game.
Yeah. All right.
What a night.
Wow.
What a night of legacy here in Utah.
Crazy. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. Hopefully we'll get some more stuff fixed on the stream and we'll get better cameras.
I'm going to try and stream some Magic Online here tomorrow.
Awesome. So
not from here, but I'll do it from my house.
Tomorrow
on the Paragon stream.
Look for Paragon City Games, and Nate's going to do some streaming.
Yeah, we'll see.
Awesome.
What deck it is, at least.
Cool.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.